Old Bear, the dark has taken the child. You must traverse the nightmare realm and bring her soul back before dawn, or she will be trapped there forever. Old Bear, prove your worth.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your man, Jay. Thanks for tuning in. It's another art department where we hang out, we draw, work on some projects, and just shoot the breeze. Whatever happens, happens. Today, I got a guest in the back. He's a regular on the show. We'll bring him out in a bit. First, though, I want to show my book, Berserker. We're approaching 40 copies sold. I only printed 100 of these, so that gives 60 left. Make sure you get your copy. You want to get your copy, go ahead and DM me on Twitter at MightyBotStudio. $15 for the book, $10 shipping in the US. If you do want me to send it overseas, you're going to have to pay for shipping for that. And yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's pretty expensive. So yeah, but get your copy of Berserker. This is an ash can, pretty much a preview to the main book that I'll be writing. So yeah, make sure you get a copy. Once these are sold out, it will never be printed with this cover ever again. So come check it out. But we got a guest in the back. We're going to bring him out, and then we'll start talking. So here we go.
Talking.
Yeah.
G'day, everybody. I'm Hockey, the ad hoc artist, and it is great to be here once again with the mighty J-Bot. How are you, sir?
Hooray. I'm doing good. Can't complain. Long day at work, so I'm a bit tired, but we're going to draw. We're going to have a good time. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, yes. Getting hectic. It is hectic. 1 week to go until I launch.
Yeah. You got signups for the dress right now, don't you?
Yes. I'm trying to get to 100. I've stagnated at 85 at the moment. Let's fingers crossed that I get that 100. Like it's just a milestone that I'd like to get to. It's not that major, but if I can get to 100 signups, yeah, that'd be great. But it all comes down to sales, people backing. I just want to get my book in people's hands. Hopefully they enjoy it.
Absolutely, man. You're an admin, so or a mod, so make sure you drop that link in the chat, man, so we can pin it to the top.
I will do that. Let me get mine.
So I recently was on last week. Last week I was on a Drink with Crazy, and a Drink with Crazy, the guy who runs it, Royce, he does a show every week called Iron Age Nights, and they talk about Iron Age, people that are part of the Iron Age, but it's more indie guys, right, that are making their own stuff. And so I was on there on Friday, And that's actually still up on the A Drink with Crazy replay channel. You can check that out. And he interviewed me, and we talked. And one of the things I was talking about that I mentioned on the show is that I gave them, like, I was like, listen, my buddy Hockey, like, he's like doing this book called Curiosities and Oddities, and the main theme, it's called The Dress, and it's about the central character, or it's about a store that sells these art, not necessarily artifacts, but these like enchanted items. But I kind of started with the I explained it way better on the show, so you don't have to worry.
Yeah.
But I told him, say, it's about a story about a girl, when she buys this dress at this Curiosities and Oddities store, and when she puts on the dress, she goes transported back to like 1920s. And she goes and parties with these people, and she enjoys going back there, but then there ends up being a murder. So then now she's trying to solve the murder. And every time she puts the dress on, she goes back in time. And when she takes the dress off, she comes back in modern time. So she's jumping in between times to try and figure out this murder that happened back then. And they went ape shit over it, dude. They were like, that sounds amazing. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, so I'm gonna I'll send them. I meant to do it today, but I didn't have a chance. I want to send that latest video that you did. I want to shoot it over to them, and maybe you can go on there and talk about your book and stuff, dude. But it was me, and there was two other gentlemen on there. One guy does the Iron Age Media magazine, and there's another like fellow author that was on there. And I told them the premise, and they were just like, what? And they were like, is every book going to be a murder? Like, so every book is a murder mystery? And I was like, no, every book is based on an item that's bought at that shop.
Yeah.
So it could be like, let's say, let's say just for instance, a kid gets a compass, and now it's in Indiana Jones. His story, it's an Indiana Jones story because he bought this compass. Or, maybe it's like one's like a horror thing because somebody buys a mask. You know what I mean? So each story can be different, but it's all based around this shop. And each story is going to be separate, like its own individual thing. And they were like, that was great. They were so stoked about it.
That's awesome. Hello, Edwin. And J-Bot, the checks been sent. Thanks, mate.
The $10 dues, the $10 bucks are coming.
Yes. No, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm just like I genuinely enjoyed this story myself. Like, so like I mentioned in my video, I do that writing exercise where I write down these different ideas, and that was the one that started basically the whole idea of this curiosity shop. And then I've written other little stories about different items, but that was the clincher. I've actually got a story for the shop and the lady who runs it herself. But that's down the line. That might be like, as I say, this was an ongoing series of one shots basically. But the story, there is a story about Madam May is the shop owner, about her and the shop itself. So if people are really interested, there will be an ongoing series. But anything, it could be anything. That it could be a comedy. It could be, a lot of it will probably be action or mystery or horror. So I do have a great horror story that I want to do that involves more time, but like a stopping of time. But I think my next one will be about a lady who, I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's a lady who buys a pendant, and she starts to see things through this pendant. So
okay,
yeah. But no, thank you very much for promoing for me.
Oh, no problem,
I
man.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think like it just came up naturally, which was nice too. And when they heard the idea, and it's always nice to somebody that, because we were talking, we're always in our little circle, right? So we're talking with each other, we're among other creators, and we're bouncing ideas back and forth and stuff. But when you have somebody from the outside come in, and like go like, they're like, dude, oh man, that sounds great. It's like a validation to be like, oh, maybe I'm onto something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've been getting it with Berserker, which is cool. Like people that have been buying the book and reading it, it's like, when's the real book come out? Like when is
it gonna come?
Like when's issue 1 coming out? Let me know. Like everybody wants more Berserker, which is cool. But it's like it validates like, okay, I got something. And it's always nice to hear
Yes.
somebody from the outside, see and give feedback for what that's not involved with anything that you're doing, and to be like, oh
Yep.
yeah, this is great. This is a great idea.
That's a great
Like,
idea.
that's awesome.
And it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a good idea. So, like, I've seen a lot of I've seen some stories about like teddy bears and going into like a realm, and they're always such fascinating stories. So I'm really interested in seeing your take on this as well when you do the full book. It'll be so cool. And your artwork is just so crazy. It's perfect. It's beautiful for it. So
awesome. Thanks.
Really
Thanks.
it.
I'm just, it's one of those things that's like, I'm never going to be these other guys. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I'm just going to be the best J-Bot I can be.
embrace what you want. I thought I wanted to be like Jim Lee and David Finch, though I love those skills, and if I had them, I would not complain. But I don't know if that's where my creativity goes towards. I don't know. Maybe it will in the future, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So here's the sign up link is in the description there. Let me pin it to the to the top of the chat here.
And
which tab is it?
I just wanted to say, like, Edwin the Ace Acevedo, he's prolific with his comics. He's a writer, creator, and he's got, he says volume 3 coming of the Ace, but he's not just 3 books that he's got out. He's probably got about 10 by now of different IPs.
He's pumping them out. Dude, he did Raid of the White Leopard. Then he did the Bloodbone, right? He got the Bloodbone ash can, which I totally ripped the model off of. I was like, $15 for an ash can? Okay, cool. $10 shipping? Okay, cool. I was like, all right, there we go. I think I can do that.
Edwin's a great creator, and he's been around for ages. So
5 books so far. Nice, man.
Look at that.
Wow.
Good work, mate. Well, we're on to our book 1. So hopefully we'll get there soon.
Yeah, I'm at a half. I got a half.
Yeah, you're at half. Yeah, I'm nearly at 1.
Well, we got another guest in the back. We're gonna go ahead and bring them and bring them out. We got 2 guests, so we'll bring out one and then we'll bring out the other one. Look at that, people are showing up.
Hello,
that's awesome. Odin Dasco, what is up, my dude?
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
All right, man. How you been, dude? Haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a bit. It was funny last week. Friday morning, I checked my Twitter messages and Abra hit me up. She's like, "Are you gonna jump on for the?" I was like, "Oh shit!" But I kind of took a break from not just streaming, but also just Twitter in general. I had a rule: I just check it one time in the morning and then forget about it. So
yeah,
you just have to do that every once in a while, like a detox.
No kidding, man. It's like you get caught up. I've been blocking a lot of people, or not blocking. I've been muting a lot of people. I've been unfollowing a lot of people, and I just been cleaning out like all that trash, garbage, doo-doo stuff, and just be like, dude, like, let me see some cool art. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
That's what I've been like. So that's what I've been like. I've been chopping my Twitter trees down.
Yeah. My Twitter's the same. I'm training it to just show me art. Going, more art, please. Come on.
Yeah, there should be a button, just art or something.
Yeah.
God forbid you click on the For You tab. It's just like, oh, what am I seeing? I clicked on For You. Oh no.
Yeah.
So you're busy. Are you working on? So you're working on Shove 2, right? And Kill Them Dead.
Yes. And Kill Them Dead.
Yeah.
Always working on those 2 things. Yeah.
Both
are taking a long time. My contribution to Shove 2, because it's going to be more collaborative this time. My contribution's nearly done, and I have at least 3, probably 4 other stories, and I'm pretty sure who the artists are on those. So
awesome.
Yeah. But my contributions are done. Then I'll just focus completely on Kill Them Dead, which is a lot of pages. So I've got a long way to go on that.
Yeah, dude, it's coming out great. We got another guest in the back. We're going to go ahead and bring him out. Chad, what's up, man?
Howdy. Yeah, everybody's got to take a little Twitter break.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll find after you mute people and unfollow, you'll see how your timeline starts to change, and you'll see all these new artists and things that you weren't seeing before somehow. It's almost
Well, that's
like
kind of a cool thing. A byproduct of that is like, oh,
Yeah.
I followed you a long time ago. I forgot you even existed, and you're
Yeah.
hell of talented. You know,
we were in a bubble, and now it's like we closed that door, and we're
Just like,
it's like, whoa, there's a whole other world.
the other world on the other side.
A whole
Well, you know
new
what's
world.
it doesn't bother me. Like Twitter wasn't bothering me so much as it was just every free moment, you know, you grab your phone and you just kind of
Yep.
like log in
Yep.
and see what's going on. And I'm like, why am I? This is fucking stupid. I could be reading. I
Why
could
are
be
we
doing
on?
something more productive.
yeah.
So it wasn't even so much that it was like what people were posting that was bothering me. It was more that my own attraction to it had gotten, you know, I just got to keep
Yep.
myself in check those kind of ways, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Endless scroll.
Yeah.
YouTube
yeah, it's
Shorts
just,
is my downfall at the moment. So
oh, yeah. Well, I don't get on those. My kids do. And I'm like, how long have you been just scrolling shorts for like ever?
No
You know,
kidding. My
I was
wife's
like
doing that now.
3 hours of just constantly. I'm like, give your eyes
Yep.
a break. Come on. What the hell's going on here?
And then it's like with shorts, they always have music. So that's like, I remember going to like the downtown. There was a river walk with a bunch of bars and stuff. And there always be like one
Right.
dude sitting at the promenade that can kind of play guitar, but not really well. And maybe he knew
Right.
like maybe like 30 seconds of each popular song. And so he just like play 30 seconds, like maybe sing till like the hook and then like do a next song. That's what shorts is. Shorts is like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
well, listening to my wife scroll through shorts is like listening to that fucking guy play 30 seconds of a song and then just like bounce to the next one.
And they use the same ones.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm sitting there like, oh, are you watching that video again? And they're like,
Yeah.
no. I'm like, well, that's the same song.
same song. Yeah.
Or those AI voices. You're just like, oh, fuck them voices, man.
Oh, I know. Why did that have to become a thing?
They need to do cool AI voices like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The riddle of AI.
So Chad, man, what you up to, bud? I know you've been posting stuff on the Black Terror, or no, the Black Phantom.
Black Phantom.
Black Terror.
That's
That's
fine.
it.
Black
Yep,
Terror is
another
cool too.
Right? No, it's Black Phantom. Holy Terror right now is the work in
Right.
progress, right? There you go.
Yep. That's what I'm
Holy-
working on right now. Just
Cool, man.
Nice.
just a little at a time, day by day, like you guys. You know?
That's it, man.
Yep.
That's it.
It's the grind.
It is a
And
grind.
I know I keep talking about doing the. Yeah, I started working on the steampunk silly book. You know and I don't know though, man. I'm just like, I might work on Berserker. I don't know yet. You know, I'm
Yeah.
kind of
Berserker's enough.
yeah,
Dude,
it's
I
like
think you should because
yeah.
you've already like opened the door to that. And then if you
It
go a
is.
different direction, everybody's like, what the hell happened? I know personally, and that's even knowing you. Like, I'm like, dude, I want you to chase this. I want you to go after Berserker.
Yeah,
because
and
I was left wanting more.
yeah, and I'm like, and it's like, so now I'm debating about like I want a Berserker to come out and it'd be like this awesome fucking book, you know. But now I'm just like, oh, maybe I do it because I'm writing it as chapters anyway. So maybe each chapter will be a book and it'll be like 5 or 6 floppies or something, you know, and then just like do, and then once I get them all done, then do a collected version of that too. Because I don't know if I want to wait that long to release it too. You know what I mean? I want to kind of be like, oh, here it is. I want to get it to people now and be like, oh shit, here's the first volume, or here's the second issue. You know what I mean? So it's like
from
so
the
I'm fighting
time
with myself on
you
that.
spoke, from the time you spoke about the Ashcan to the time you got it printed and shipped, wasn't that long. Even if you just did little modules like that, little snippets, and then made a collected out of that after a while.
Yep. Just a little at a time, release it as
Because
you go.
the thing is, constant feeding is not the worst thing in the world. Like, it's nice to, you know, I know personally I'm like taking my time and making all these like giant things, but if I had to do it over again, maybe I would do like little small teasers and just kind of keep that going so it's constantly fresh for people.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
once you get them hooked, you know, they like it. You
people
get
tend
repeat customer.
people tend to forget though between campaigns and stuff.
Oh, for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm torn. I really was thinking about it on the ride home today because then there's other stories that I would like to do in that universe as well, you know.
Mm.
Well,
So it's just
I
like,
just
oh, man,
say
like,
Berserker is pretty marketable. Like, I think it's a great concept and character. I think it's got a lot of legs.
Yep.
I would just run with it, man, until you get totally bored with it and then move on.
It's definitely got curb appeal.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's got a great name, a great lead character.
Yep.
The concept is really cool. The artwork's really cool, obviously, and you know, like the whole thing is just a great IP. So
cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
It really helps, you know, hearing it as well. You know what I mean? You're just like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I got something. I don't know if you heard me when I was on a drink with Crazy, you know, which is an Iron Age Nights, and you know, they promote indie stuff, and I just hockey stuff just came up. Like we were talking about concepts and indie stuff and what you're seeing, and I was like, listen, like, you know, my friend Hockey, man, he has this book about this girl that puts a dress on, and when she puts this dress on that she bought from this curiosities and oddities shop, she gets transported to the 1920s, and then a murder happens. So then she's like trying to figure out how this murder, you know, trying to solve this murder by jumping back and forth through time. She puts the dress on, she goes to the 20s, she takes her dress off, she comes to current time. So she's like trying to figure out, like, solve this murder mystery, you know, by going back and forth through time in this dress. And these dudes, they never heard of it. You know what I mean? So they were just like,
right.
they lost
Whoa.
their shit, dude. They were like, that's such a great idea. They were like, oh my god.
Well, his show
I'm like,
in
I
general,
know, right? I'm like, I know.
This shows like there's people out there starving for good content. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think Drink with Crazy. Whenever I watch it, like that's kind of why he started his show, was to bring people's attention to like good content out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
the chat's
that's
engaging. They're it's really cool, man. I recommend, you know, if you guys get a chance to go on it, definitely. And I'll shoot them to you guys stuff, because I think you guys got some real cool stuff, and more people need to see it. You know,
I've
Well, he
not
brought
heard of
up
it.
Kill Them Dead one time, and they were oohing and ahhing over Kill Them Dead, but we weren't on the show. They were just going through random campaigns and like, what's this Kill Them Dead thing, you know?
yeah.
So I definitely want to get on there when I'm more in that campaigning mode. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a good show. I watched quite a bit of your episode. I didn't watch the whole thing, full disclosure, but I did watch part of it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, the conversation. It's fucking.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like,
as
we
it
just go
tends
this
to
way.
do. Yeah,
It was good though. It was a great time, man. So yeah, no, I'll send them some stuff, and because we got to kind of exit. You know, we were kind of in this bubble, you know, in this comicsgate bubble. You know what I mean? And it's
Right.
kind of this indie sphere stuff. And it's like, I think there's other indie guys that are trying to do stuff, and I think we need to kind of spread out and
yeah.
you
I'm
know,
always on
kinda-
the lookout for the outside fringes of people who get it, people who like
Yeah.
cool shit, but maybe not in
Yeah.
the little sphere that we know. You know, it's always what you gotta find.
Because there's a lot of stuff that you know CG's associated with too that people don't want to deal with, or they don't care. You go to the comic book store, nobody gives a shit. Nobody knows about none of this stuff. Nobody
Sometimes they
knows-
don't even know.
Yeah, they don't. They don't like who,
What are you
what?
talking
Like
about?
I don't know.
Like we
You know,
think it's big news.
Yeah.
That is true.
So I just saw like I don't know, man. It'd be surprised. Like I haven't, you know, I don't even think I mentioned. I'm gonna try next time I go to the comic book shop. Be like, hey man, you see, like, you ever hear of Eric July? I'm curious to see if anyone's be like, who? Like what? Like I'm buying Conan. What the fuck?
Huh.
You know, just get their thoughts. Here, look at this, man. What do you think about this thing?
I might do it. I might see if I can ask that question on Free Comic Day, because I'm setting up at a local shop.
That's awesome,
Nice.
man.
Yeah, nice.
Do you want to say which one you're gonna be at to the 8 people that are watching?
There might not be any Houstonites here, but I'll be at Atomic Monkey Comics. So
Thanks, man.
Atomic
Nice.
Monkey.
yeah,
That's a cool name.
Hell yeah. That is a cool name.
Yeah, it's got a
That reminds
monkey
me.
with his brain exploding like a bomb out of his head.
Oh,
Yeah, perfect.
that's cool.
There was one in Spokane, a comic shop that I went to called Monkey Biz, and that just
Oh,
made
yeah.
me think of that. Yeah.
Nice.
Monkey Biz
I
was
didn't mention
funny.
it.
They had like the foyer as you walk in was all like Christian propaganda, like it was like comic books and stuff and like Bibles, but it was all Christian. And then when you went down these steps and they had a really big shop, like tons of back issues, tons of new issues, but they like forced you to walk through there.
That's funny.
Through there for you.
That bit, yeah.
My friend's
My
shop.
my shop was called when, because I mentioned it in the video, I didn't say the name of it, but Shadow Gallery Comics was my shop name.
Shatter?
Shadow
Shadow?
Gallery.
Oh, Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
named
cool.
after the V
Shadow.
for Vendetta
Oh.
thing, because his lair was called the Shadow Gallery.
Shadow Gallery, yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, names
It's
are
very
fun.
cool.
Yeah, my
Well, your
friend.
video was fun. It was nice. Like I said in
thank
the
you.
comment, it's nice hearing people's like little stories of how their journeys, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there was
it's like,
definitely a lot of
mine's nothing
similarities.
special, but it's just
Well, it's special because there's a lot of uniqueness in it. Like I said, there's similarities, but I'm like, well, there's similarities, but obviously your story is your story. It's not like
yeah.
identical or anything. So it's definitely special. But
Thank you for
yeah,
that.
Trying
Sorry,
to put
Chad,
some
you were
music
gonna
on
say?
it, but it's
No, I was just gonna say my friend who runs that shop. He started it around 2005. He was a inker on all the Milestone comics, the original Milestone books.
oh wow,
Mhm.
yeah, I remember those.
He was so he moved out of our studio that we shared and opened up his shop. So,
Oh,
and
nice.
he's still going.
That's cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
Atomic Monkey.
Yep.
I guess I should do some drawing.
That's what I'm doing.
When I'm playing, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Uh,
I might have to go to the book rack. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some Frazetta.
cool.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Right. So, has anybody here tried Global Comics yet? Like,
No, but I've thought
Like-
about it.
like using it as a reading experience or publishing?
I've read on there before. It's been quite a while. I can't really remember, but I know
I
I
just-
read a couple of webtoon kind of comics.
I'm really confused at how comics, how you buy comics on there, because I'm not signed up, but you can read comics now without being like paying a subscription or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure how buying comics on there works. Like,
It's all just free. You
it just
read
seems
comics.
it seems free, but it's not.
Yeah, I'd have to check again. I can't really remember what, because I can't really do digital comics very often. It messes with me, so I just give up.
Oh, I see. Well, they've got this whole system set up for publishers that I went and signed up to publish on there just to see what the options were, and they've
Yeah.
got a lot of neat things set up in there for you. So if you collaborate with somebody that's also like on there, they have like they're registered or on the site, you can do revenue splitting with your co-creators on titles.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
that's cool.
Yeah, so like you want to give like 5% to your letterer or
Yeah.
X amount to your inker and your colorer, or
What's the site called? I've never heard of it before.
it's
So what is
called. I just had it and now I'm drawing a blank on it.
Global Comics.
Global Comics with an X at the
X,
end.
yeah.
Global or Globo?
Global, like it's
Okay.
worldwide.
The Earth.
Okay, I thought Globo, like Globo Gym.
Global.
Lobo Comics. It's
Lobo.
just Lobo. Well, no, say the four of us want to create an anthology book.
Right.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
could easily split the revenue and it wouldn't
Oh,
be a
dude,
big,
that's cool.
huge.
Yeah, you don't even have to worry about divvying it up. You just calculate the percentage that you think each person
Everyone
should get.
Yeah, that's
And-
awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So they also have another option set up. I don't know if it's out yet or not, but say you're doing a crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo, Kickstarter, or wherever.
Yeah.
They have it set up to where you can run an ad for it in the middle of your comics as people are reading it. That you can
That's
flip that on and off, so it runs it through every comic you have on their site.
Hmm.
And then
Nice.
they also will handle digital sales on your crowdfunds for you, and their PDFs in that are all watermarked to each individual buyer.
It's interesting.
Yep. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a much more handy resource than I realized. Like, because I thought it was more just a digital platform for
I
comics.
stopped on the
but-
page with a butt. I better turn.
So, starting out with your basic membership or whatever, you get 60% of the sales, but if you pay like the monthly fee, kind of like having a shop, then you'll end up with like up to 70% or 75% of the sale of your book.
So this is my art print that I have. I printed 100 of these
Nice.
for free comic book day. So I'm gonna sell them for $10 a piece, or if you get the comic, is gonna be $5.
Cool.
But
Very
I only
cool.
did
What size is it?
11 by 17.
Oh, so it's a big
The
print.
big.
Yeah. So I figured that way, and I only printed 100. So there's only going to be this again. I'm going in 100. So there's only going to be 100 of these.
I'm doing something a little different. I have a lot of prints that I need to get rid of and clear out of my convention kit.
Mhm.
So I'm going to be giving away prints for people when they sign up to my mailing list at my table.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can grow my mailing list.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah. People will give an email for a free print.
Yep.
Ooh, all right, Angela. Yeah, let me know.
Angela.
Angela has a book? What's going on here?
For her book, yeah. I guess she's sending me a DM for her book.
For
she,
her
don't wanna- she wants a copy of
That's
it.
how I read it. I thought
Yeah.
you were going to be drawing a book for her, maybe. That's something she
Dude,
wrote.
I don't know if I could draw a book for somebody, dude. I think I came to grips with that a while ago when the one guy wanted to hire me to do a book for him. And I was like, this sucks. I could do better than this. I don't want to draw your thing.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
it's-
I don't know
it
if
is
I can
a little-
draw other people's shit.
It's hard to wrap your
Never
head
tried.
around and work for somebody drawing pages.
Well, I guess it all depends on who the writer is and what their style is. Like, I might jive with somebody, but if I didn't, it would just be a nightmare. I'd be like, you want me to redraw it? What?
Yeah.
That would piss me off.
Yeah, it'd be like, it'd be very, I don't know, for me. But at the same time, I never got into art to draw for other people. I always want to do my own thing, so it's probably.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Yeah, I just want to draw my stuff now.
That's a good one.
I mean, I working for the studios and that, I somehow like I'm able to turn my brain off and just work my tail off, and I don't even think about it. But when it comes to like comics, it's a little different. I can't explain the feeling, but it's a different feel. It's easier. I'm not so judgmental on the work I do for the like WB, because somebody just tells me it's wrong and then I fix it. But you know what I mean? But
right,
where I'm very particular about my personal stuff.
That's funny. I'm like the opposite.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'll do whatever the hell I want on my personal stuff. It's gonna be all over the place. And then if I was doing something for someone else, I would just be like so not wanting them to come back and be like, no, do it again.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh no. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be weird. Especially a whole
I think
book.
I was spoiled by the Image guys. Like that, growing up with that as a young kid, that was just basically the idea was create your own, you know. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, why do you want to work for Marvel?
Yeah. I saw these guys making their own books. Sure, they weren't the greatest, but the art was always cool.
Yep. I could say the same thing. I worked on like several Batman animated movies, and it was fun, and I enjoyed the paycheck in that. But at the end of the day, I don't own it, and it's not making me money later on. I can't keep printing that money again. You know what I mean? Whereas your own book, you can sell it as much as you want, as long as people want to keep buying it.
Perpetuity.
Yeah.
I think also too, if you're like young and you get that experience under your belt, and maybe you work for like you do anime, you work for Warner Brothers or somebody, and you work on you're able to work on some heavy titles or some things with names maybe for like 5 years, and then you can be like, oh, former Marvel Spider-Man artist, you know what I mean, former Batman. And now he's coming out with a book, you know what I mean? You get that clout. At least you leave with the clout, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, this guy drew Batman. His shit gotta be good,
Or at least you leave with all that experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's both. And those things are nice, of course, because you can't really quantify that any other way. It's like,
but I think like the time of like, I worked here for 40 years, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know if those times the times might be changing. I don't know if that's going to exist anymore. People might do like 10 and then get out and do their own shit. At least in the artistic field is what I'm thinking.
Like to be able to work at a video game studio, for instance, and be at that studio for more than 2 years is a miracle. Like it's almost it's unheard of now.
Now in the comic book world, I think there's going to be people who they're not set up to be creators; they're just artists, and that is a thing,
Yeah, just hired guns.
Like in my mind, an artist is a creative person, probably has their own stories, but it doesn't always work out that way. Even if they try. So.
I think if I was to be given, and I am going to be working on someone else's book, if I've got some freedom to tell your story through my experience, like my way, that's how I'd do it. So, I'll be working on a book with Adam Kemper, and he's got the story. But if I'm doing this, like, I'm setting the scene. I'm writing it I'm drawing it how I visualize it. So if I had to be dictated like an Alan Moore or something, I'd probably go nuts.
Yep.
What's up, Luniverse?
Hey.
I prefer the Marvel method personally.
Yeah, the Marvel method is choice for most artists, I think. I think there's some artists who probably want it like totally dictated to them, and then they just draw it.
Yeah.
No, I like bullet points, and then it allows me to like get a feel for how to pace a page.
Right.
If I want to extend it or shorten it or whatever. But you're loading me down with like so many details, like, and his eye is looking over this direction, and
Right.
it.
Well, and that might work if the writer could at least draw thumbnails.
Yeah,
If the writer can't draw thumbnails, then the Marvel method's pretty much the only way to go.
that's how Japanese manga are done, where the writer, if there is a writer, will do all the layouts, like thumbnails.
Yeah. Well, at least then you know you don't have to like draw it and then be like, no, that's not what I was thinking. Yeah. Or so it's like,
Yep.
you know. But if the writer is just like, I've got this vision and you're my artist, you know, just make it happen, and they trust you. Now, hopefully they're choosing you because they like your approach. You know, they're like, this is what I want. That's why I chose you, you know. So they're not going to micromanage the hell out of you like, no, do it more like Dale Keown or something. It's like, are you kidding?
I'm like, what?
You reminded me, I couldn't get a job at a video game studio one time because the art director said, well, you don't have any dragons in your portfolio, and I don't know if you can draw a dragon, so therefore I'm not hiring you. I was like, what?
That's just stupid.
That's retarded.
Yeah, it was. Like,
if you can draw, you can draw a dragon.
Yeah,
like it was a fantasy, you know, MMO kind of game.
I get that,
but at the same time, I was like, dude, give me a break.
Yeah, I think any artist who's competent, you say, hey, can you draw me a dragon? They can probably draw you a pretty good dragon, you know.
Yep.
Or just at least make it up.
Give me, yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
gonna
look different per artist.
And, you know, yeah.
Look a little bit of reference. And how have we said hello to our Looniverse? Hello to you.
We did.
I did.
Oh, I didn't. I apologize. I am very slack. Hello, our
he
Looniverse.
says,
Very
who's
special,
that
thank you.
comic? And yeah, J-Bot's looking at Frazetta.
Hockey's on a delay. He's
Oh,
down under.
apparently,
So
The Down Under delay.
I
yeah.
apologize.
You can't even see what I'm working on. Let me change that here.
Hey, Chad, have you been getting any like crazy storms in your area?
It's been about a week or so since it's rained. Maybe a week.
Oh, okay.
Why do you say?
It's just nonstop up here. Like I moved to the Midwest and it's like tornado.
Oh, I love
Crazy
it,
thunderstorms. It's like it never ends.
dude. If you don't like weather, then you don't have any business being in like the Midwest.
Oh, I love it. But I was actually caught in the middle of the tornado one time with my daughter driving home, and so that was crazy.
Yep, I've watched giant twisters just go by and just stand there and watch them.
Well, it's nice when they're like off in the distance so you can watch them.
Right.
When you're
Right.
right in the middle of them, it's not as fun. I mean, it was kind of fun in hindsight, but in the moment, I was shitting my pants. And mostly because my daughter was there. Like, if it was
Right.
by myself, a whole different.
You'd be like, chase it.
Yeah, I'd be like, this is a blast. But I had my youngest daughter, and I could tell she was a little anxious, which was like putting me on edge. So I was like, yeah. But yeah, it just
That's
never
one of the
ends. But, yeah.
That's one of the things that I want to do when I like. If I had the money to spend a little bit of time, is go tornado chasing because
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't get them here. We don't get
Come visit me, Aki.
Your
We'll
kid,
I will.
you have
this
no-
time of year. Yeah. It's got to be in the spring because the spring is just like I said, it's every other day.
That just doesn't make sense. You don't have tornadoes.
No, we don't.
Dude, the U.S., the Midwest and the U.S. is like the place. Like nowhere else in the world has tornadoes like we do.
Wow.
It's
Other places in the
Yeah.
world get tornadoes very rarely, but you know, every spring in the Midwest, it's like,
Do you
Hey.
Do you ever
Yeah.
get dust devils?
yeah. The little whirlywinds.
Yeah.
we get those.
they're kind of
a
like
lot.
mini tornadoes.
Yeah.
But you can run into them when you just.
What up, Billy?
Oh,
What's up, Billy?
What up?
What's up?
hello. No.
I was playing softball in elementary school with all my elementary school friends, and this one girl, this dust devil, came by, and I watched her just do like a pirouette, just like spin around a bunch of times. She got caught, and it's just like, woo.
That's funny.
That was the funniest thing ever.
They're usually not very strong though. Like it kicks up, just and you,
Right.
you're trying to get in the middle of it. It's going, yeah.
Well, the funniest was the other guy on playing third base who's like, "It's a twister."
Yeah. About a year ago, or no, 3 years ago, we did have a tornado. So, and I'm thinking that's probably the only one in record that's been through Australia. I don't know where it was, but yeah.
We had this.
How's Billy going?
You guys had those. You guys had those fire tornadoes a couple years ago. They were all over the news.
Oh, that's a bit different. So.
Yeah, well, it was like. I mean, they were like not quite a tornado, but larger than a dust devil, but caused by the updraft and
because of the
pressure,
heat
because of the heat. But they were basically, it's like when you saw them on TV, they were fucking tornadoes made out of fucking fire. It was fucking scary as shit.
Yeah,
it looked like
I'd rather have a water tornado rather
like
than
half
a
the
fire
country
tornado.
was on fire that year. That was insane.
It's just the fucking Avatar, guys.
That was 2019. It was just before COVID. So
yeah,
there's the sequel.
Oh,
And then we had So once we had all those fires, about the next year we had nothing but rain. So everyone was flooded out then. So it's going, we can't win.
It's one or the other. Well, that one that hit us, it was like so all day it was said tornado watch, and then I'm like, well, just in case something happens while it's just tornado watch, let's go to the store and get some supplies just in case anything crazy, So I go to the store with my daughter, and while we're in the store, you hear everybody's phone go off with the same alert.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah. Those were like, eh. I'm like, oh shit. So we get our stuff, and as I'm walking out of the store, all the clerks are outside looking at the skyline, looking for funnels, and where things are going to happen. And the worst area is like right over by my house. I'm like, well, that's where we're going. So we're like driving to the craziness. And the closer we got, the more insane it got. And as I got close to the house, more alarms kept going off because I was getting Google was like saying extreme warning. My Ring on my door, it was saying that. AccuWeather was saying that. And from what I know about tornado, because I got fascinated after that, what I know about him now, we were basically in the tornado. And my daughter later, she was like, I thought I felt the Jeep lift while we were driving. I'm like, well, I was driving like a madman, but then later I'm like, well, maybe it did.
Maybe so.
But I didn't see any cows or anything. I don't know. My memory's a little hazy. Maybe
You didn't see Bill Paxton.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, Bill Paxton running next to me. Helen Hunt. I'd rather see Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
In
Well,
that
not
movie,
anymore.
it was really hot.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. If you Bill Paxton, it means you're dead. It's too late for you, man.
I see Bill Paxton, and I'm like, oh, I'm in heaven, I guess. Or hell, I don't know. What kind of man was Bill Paxton?
Game over, man.
Game over, man.
Are we talking about aliens, Bill Paxton? Are we talking
Yes.
about frailty?
I'm
Bill
talking
Paxton?
about weird science, Bill Paxton.
Talking about Twister, the movie, Bill Paxton.
His
The
best
secret
role, in
Dark
my
Bill
opinion,
Paxton.
was
Which one are we talking about?
Chet.
weird
Chet with
science.
Weird Science,
Yeah.
yeah. Take your
Yeah.
little hussy home.
Yeah, he was fucking hilarious in that movie.
I really do want to see this Twisters movie coming out, though.
Yeah, I do too, actually. Now, before I had no interest, and now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, tornadoes are fun, crazy.
Yeah.
I will
What have
say
you been
Bill
up to, Billy?
Paxton was pretty lame in Twister. It's not his best movie,
He's just a
or
dude.
not his best role.
And he made that movie. That's the crazy part. Like, it was like his production.
That was his baby? Wow.
Yeah.
Much better in Aliens.
Yep.
and Weird Science.
I haven't seen Weird Science for ages. I don't. Well, I didn't realize. So everyone keeps talking on about Oingo Boingo, and I was going, I don't know any of their music.
Yeah, you do.
And then I looked it up and going, oh, Weird Science. I have heard that song.
Weird Science.
Yeah, and
Weird
then you
Science.
heard the Back to School.
Bits and pieces, my creation.
Well, yeah, what's his name from Oingo Boingo? He did a lot of shit though.
Danny
He
Elfman.
did all of like Tim Burton's movie. Yeah, Danny Elfman.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I know Tim Burton's, Danny Elfman's music from movies, but I didn't know the Oingo Boingo.
From my heart and from my head, why don't people understand my creation?
You're so good at that.
You know that really well. It's crazy.
Yeah. He was,
Dude, I
but
love
he
that.
did that song "Dead Man's Party" in Back to School.
Yeah.
I don't. I'd have to listen to it.
Yeah, I'd have to hear that one again. I like Back to School. It's a great movie.
Yeah, my favorite line out of that movie is they're standing there and this guy's talking to his Rodney Dangerfield's wife, and he goes, "Oh, your wife? She was just showing me her Klimt." He goes, "Oh, you too? Everybody's seen it, but me."
Oh man, what did he say? There was one line in that I loved too. It was because it's all one-liners, right? Damn it, I have to think of it. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but it was one of my favorite Rodney Dangerfield lines ever.
You'll get there.
I'll get there. It'll
You'll
come
be
to me
late.
after the
Think, is
stream.
anybody-
Late, though.
Does anybody like him? I'm trying to think of anybody who does good one-liners lately. I don't know. Can't think of anybody.
Norm
That's
kind of
different.
did that for a little bit. He kind of went on his little Rodney.
You know,
Like,
zip,
I love
zip,
Rodney
bang,
Dangerfield.
zip, zip, bang. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
bop, 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 bop. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, cool. Maybe that Jimmy Carr. Maybe I think.
I mean,
Yeah.
another
Kinda.
comedian that has passed away at this point, but Mitch Hedberg was he did good one.
Oh yeah, his one-liners were really.
Yeah.
They were almost like Stephen Wright.
Yeah, he's like, man, I like to pick it, but I don't know how to show it.
Yeah, he had some great ones because they were like Stephen Wright. They were like ones that you get like half a second later.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
shit! Yeah, that's fine.
that was clever.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where the gap is, right?
It's not like the old comedians. The old comedians knew the best cut downs and one liners and
Oh yeah. Well, Rodney was awesome. When he said, "I'm so ugly, my proctologist sticks his finger in my mouth."
Hey, Tim Olsen, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Let's see if he sent me some links today. Messaged me on X. Let's see.
Ooh.
Yeah, what's the name? He has two.
I'm addicted to
Two
X.
Yeah. He does Melvin, and let's see. He sent me some pictures. There we go.
You're addicted to that.
And they're on Amazon, but he says that Critical Blast does the fulfillment for him.
Yeah, I helped him
Yeah.
do the logo for Melvin.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I colored one of the I think it was issue 1 cover, or yeah, I came and assisted on that. Yeah.
Okay, nice. I said send me some links and I'll talk about it here. Let's see. Let's present some stuff. Because we can't just share it. You gotta say present.
Represent.
Where are you? There it is. It's on Amazon.
Damn it.
All right, first we're gonna change this fucking music. Okay. Moving on. Then where are we at? Melvin #1? Special edition. $10 paperback on Amazon.
Nice.
Got 3 left in stock. Melvin is a
Only
mercenary
3?
hired.
Oh.
Yeah. Melvin is a
Which one of us
mercenary
are gonna get
hired to save a princess from a dangerous cult. I like this because it looks like Captain America and like the dude from Contra.
Oh yeah.
What are we watching?
I know. Who's watching?
I don't know.
Billy, are
This
you
one's a
watching
cartoon.
like One Piece or something?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean. It was probably bleeding through the headphones. I was trying to figure out why I was missing an episode in one of these folders, but it turns out it was an episode that was cut from the English version.
Melvin 2 Special Edition.
He was watching One Piece.
He was trying to find the One Piece. You sneaky bastard.
Because I was watching it this afternoon, and I ran out of English dubbed episodes.
Well,
And
just feel good. Even the creator doesn't know what the One Piece is.
Yeah.
he says that the series is supposed to end though within the next 2 years. Like he's
I know.
getting ready to wrap it up.
He's trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I believe in him.
Just winging it.
I read on Wikipedia the other day how many issues of that comic has actually sold. He has sold 523 million copies of One Piece.
Wow.
right? Right? I think he's doing pretty good.
I think
Melvin number
kids
2.
dig him.
Special Edition. That robot's neat.
I am absolutely
In love with One Piece.
yeah. I fucking love that so much.
He loves it.
Yeah, I gotta give it a shot one of these days. It's hard for stuff to keep my attention, though, to be honest.
Well,
The
I may
manga
give
or
it
the
an
anime?
extra shot because the live action I really enjoyed. So yeah, I may give it a shot, but I'm not sure yet.
I like the live action, and I've tried
Yeah, I like the live
the anime, and the anime I can't hang, but I do like the manga art.
It's for some people it's a slower burn, and they don't end up, just in the same way that if someone tried to get into Batman, but they actually started in the 1950s or 60s or whatever, and they're just like, I just can't get into this, and it's just like, well, wait till you get to Hush. It's like, all right, only 30 years to go.
30 years, man.
I've got an issue with Hush, and you've heard me say it before, Billy. But if
He's too
the
quiet.
guy that wanted to kill him had him dead to rights on his operating table in the first issue and didn't kill him and fake it, then what was the whole point of the whole 12 issues?
Yeah. No, Mr. Batman, I expect you to die.
The art was great, and it was a fun story, but I never could understand that one point. He had him. He could have killed him in that first issue.
He had him, man.
He had him.
I don't remember.
We'll put a link in the chat there for Melvin number 2. Him. How many we got there?
Not related to the punk band.
Usually ships within 3 to 5 days. There you go. And it's on $10.
Oh, if you guys can, go over to Dark Gifts channel really quick, because they're doing the voting for Jason versus Peter Gilmore.
Oh, yeah, we gotta see how
And
Jason's doing.
it's at 49-51% right now. And I want him
Oh, I gotta
damn it.
vote.
Oh,
They
they
just took the voting down.
they
Oh,
just
no,
took the
there it is.
voting down.
No,
Yeah.
I got it.
I
I threw mine in.
Jason won.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, he's allowed back on the show.
Oh my God, Jason just ripped up his drawing live on camera.
Good on
Oh,
you,
he
Jason.
did. Peter Gilmore is great, but his showing wasn't the best. It wasn't his
No.
best.
Oh,
good
dude,
for
that's
Jason.
awesome. Damn it, Jason. What's wrong with you?
I have to go see now.
It's punk
Is that
rock, man.
Vampirella?
I think it was supposed to be Shanu.
But yeah, I'm looking at what Jason drew. I went back and looking at it. They got to be Vampirella with like a sword or something, or no?
Maybe
I guess
they
it's some other
comboed
character.
Shanu and Lady Death or something.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Wait, the polls open again. They're doing a revote because I guess people are complaining that they didn't get a chance to vote.
Okay, well, I voted. I'll vote
Oh,
again.
this sounds like bakery now.
I know, like.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, this sounds like
Look
a
at that,
political election or something.
Yes.
bro.
We're doing a
No,
recount.
No, dude. Come on.
Oh, okay, now of
at?
course
Come here.
Peter's like winning like 61-40. That's fucking bullshit.
I see a
Listen, I'm
comment
putting-
that says
Doesn't matter.
recount. This sounds like some Biden shit.
I'm putting
See?
the link. I'm putting the link on that, man. I'm putting the link in the chat, dude. Go vote for Jason, dude. Come on.
Boy, Jason.
Dude,
What?
Where's it at now? Oh, now it's. Oh, come on. Angela's in there. Why are we voting again? Jason won.
Oh man.
Boo.
I just voted and it's still not catching up any like
Even
hell
Rigged.
58.
Rigged. This is some Biden shit.
That's what you're supposed to.
you guys suck balls. This is some mailing shit.
Yeah.
Like you used to
Well-
do to Smiller all the time.
If you scroll up, it says Jason won. So that's all
Yeah.
I need. Who's
Wow,
typing
if-
some hot shit?
If I sign up for YouTube subscription, I can watch Coachella live.
Whoa. For $1,000, you could
Yeah,
go
let
see
me-
it.
I'm gonna mute that. Okay. Bunch of recount fucking ballot stuffing. Like all of a sudden she's like, oh, like we got a bunch of votes from people that are fucking dead right now that don't have social security cards.
Yeah. The dead are rising and voting for Peter
I
Gilmore.
can't even see the vote anymore.
No, they took it down. It was only for like, it was like a 1 minute vote. It was like all right, let's do one more vote that's only 1 minute long. It's like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
That's cheap.
Yeah, they were counting electoral votes or something. I don't know.
I'm downvoting his stream now.
Boo. I said, what? Did people bail in their votes?
I know.
Shazam. Get
Where are all
them.
these mail-in ballots coming in from?
Hey, the dead
How
have
did my
rights too.
grandma vote on this? She's dead.
Oh, man. You had to leave. I had to leave. All right.
Jason, you need to get out of there.
You need to ditch the zeros and get with the heroes, dog.
79 to
He's a winner. He's a winner in my heart.
He's a winner.
No, but I mean, I don't think that One Piece is necessarily for everybody. But like, I have heard of people that they said, yeah, like I really wasn't feeling the beginning, and then when they got to like this part in the adventure, it like hit me really hard, and now I'm like totally hooked. And then
Right.
like Trent Kanuga like posted like 2 weeks ago that he couldn't stand the cartoon, and then went and picked up the manga, and like read through like fucking 800 pages like in like 2 weeks, and is like hooked. So I think I think it hits people in different ways depending on the
Mhm.
medium you get it on too.
Mhm.
Because Amazon's got a really cool, and I didn't even know that they exist, but because like usually how the mangas are printed like anywhere between like 70, 80 pages to like 120, 150 pages, the little thick books,
Mhm.
Well, I think Viz puts out ones that are like triple thick. So rather than just like
Right.
chapter 1, chapter 2, that like they give you chapter 1 through 3, chapter 4 through 6, and they're only like $12 or something like that. So for like
Right.
$12, you can get like 400, 500 pages of One Piece.
That's why they're winning.
I mean, that's kind of
They're
crazy. I mean, if you're into like the story and the thing,
He was the awesome one.
it's quite the deal.
What's up,
Manga
awesome?
is winning.
Yeah, Tim's right, man. The Russians. It was rigged from the start.
I think my grandma would look at all this and go back in her grave and prepare herself.
Mine too. All of our grandmas, same thing.
Okay.
Sounds like that is more like a 3-piece.
3-piece.
Oh man.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
Boo.
working on Kill Them Dead, our Luniverse.
Oh,
That's what I'm working on. I don't have a camera on it, but it's
make
pencil, so
hockey
you might not-
big boy. Ship, 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 pew, pew. He's like, look at that trifling bitch. Stop her.
That bitch is trifling. She's like, but madam, this is the trifling district.
Didn't you read the no trifling sign?
She made a risk if she wasn't trifling.
He's like, bitch, please. That's a really good pose.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, 629 to
Ooh, I know what's up with this.
46.
Berserker's gonna need some gold, homie. Yeah.
Damn, this is a long arc right here. Holy shit. 746. Okay.
Dude. I can't believe
I
it.
am.
I can't. Alright, I'm gonna shut up.
You saying justice for Jason?
Yep.
When I muted it, they were both conceding to each other that they should just call it a tie.
Yeah, but they were saying they were pushing like,
Yay.
no, somebody has to win, somebody has to back somebody's
Yeah,
boat.
then just
somebody has to-
then back each other's if they really want to
Yeah,
call
Well,
it.
they were like,
Both
whatever.
back each other's anyway.
It's easy. I mean, listen, man. The slums are bought. They're bought by the
They
Russians. Yep.
The slums
Can't
are
trust
easy to buy. Just
You
say.
can't trust them.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
that's
Can't
how
trust
people become slumlords.
Are they having
wonder
like a
what's on-
second draw?
I wonder what's on Anthony's laptop. They're not releasing those.
Anthony's laptop.
Yep.
Knew there wasn't a reason why I unsubbed from those guys.
Yeah.
Russian collusion.
Russian collusion.
How dare they go ahead and sandbag a patriot like Jason?
Fake streams. That's all these
Fake
are.
Yep, fake streams. You're a fake stream. You're a fake stream. Fake polls.
Hey, what the fuck?
I should come hang out with winners. I should go back.
Knowing Jason, he'd say, "Well, then I'm not coming on your show."
He would say that too, and then
He
he'd
would.
come in.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
I'll be launching on Jason's channel next week too.
Oh, nice, man.
Wait, next week? That soon?
I don't feel like
Yeah.
searching.
Nice.
Next week. So So yeah,
Well,
come
yeah.
hang out, Jason's. There'll be some giveaways that will happen for
Nice.
people who back.
Are they
and-
drawing again? Oh, they're doing a tiebreaker.
Oh my god.
It's like watching a baseball game when they go in extra innings. It's like it's never gonna end.
Oh, it's like 15th
I don't even
inning
know if
now.
they
I'm
even draw
tired.
it.
Longest baseball game I went to was 18 innings.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
What's
I've
it
seen
normally?
ones that I think the longest, and I wasn't there. I didn't go to it, but it was 15 innings. And even then, I'm like, why am I still watching this? I don't give a
Yep.
shit anymore.
What does it
Somebody-
normally go to? What-
Nine.
Out by the CG sewers.
Nine innings.
Yeah.
DG's laptops is full of bong
What-
picks. Bong
what
picks
is it?
defenses.
So
And
is it
innings
innings?
is one team goes up to bat, the other team goes up to bat. You've completed an inning.
Yeah, so there's
Okay,
a bottom
so
and a
they
top. Like,
Okay,
like
so-
a gay couple.
So 3 outs on both sides, and then that's an innings.
Right.
Correct.
Yes. And the home team can always match what the visitor team does. So the visitor team's the bottom of the inning, home team is the top of the inning.
Dude, I watched a Bluey episode about cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It fucking made me cry, man.
It will.
Really?
Why is that?
Dude, man. One of the best written shows on
Pretty sad.
television. It's fucking
Oh, is
ridiculous.
it?
Yeah.
It's Australian.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's like everything they try to do, the kid trained for because of like the different yards he'd go to because his dad was in the service or is in the service, you know.
Yeah.
So he'd like, oh, he'd go and play, he'd go hit it, but when he'd hit it in this side, it'd go hit the window. His mom, so then he learned to like hit it next to the window, like in this gap in between these two windows at his house. And then he went over the summer. He had to go stay at his cousin's house, and his cousin's house yard was full of rocks. So every time he'd hit the ball or whatever, it'd go all over the place, all weird and stuff. So he learned how to do that. And then there was like another one where he's playing with like his older brother, and his older brother, they don't mess around. So he's there playing with older kids playing cricket. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
And so it's
Yeah.
all the adults, they're playing cricket with the kids, and they can't get this kid out. And so Bluey and Bingo are like, they're not going to get him out. And then so and so they're talking to I think they're like telling Dad, Bluey's telling his dad like why, you know.
Yeah.
And so his dad writes him I can't remember the kid's name who's doing the cricket, but his dad writes him a letter like you could either like stop playing, but things are going to get hard, so either you can run away from it or you could lean into it. And so he leans into it and he becomes like really good. And then the episode ends with him walking off the field and high-fiving his future self that's a pro cricket fucking player. And that's how the episode ends. And I'm just like, I'm not crying, dude. Like,
It sounds like a One Piece episode.
dude, Bluey is dope, man. I'm telling you, dude. If you're into storytelling and you want to learn how to tell stories, like simple things, but like have heart to them, Bluey is a show to watch because it's not dumbed down for kids. And it actually, if you watch it, it kind of helps you be a better parent too, which is fucking crazy.
That's rad.
Nice. Yeah.
It's
Fun for the
it's a
whole
real-
family.
That's
Really
well.
honestly like that's like the formula for One Piece is kind of the exact that. Like they travel somewhere new, they meet some new people. Luffy finds out like what is ailing these people or what their trouble is or whatever, and then he like figures out some like clever way to like help these new people that he's met that like
Like the A-Team.
his friends. Kind of, yeah.
A-Team, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's B.A. Baracus? B.A. Baracus.
Like every season, his bounty for the world government just keeps fucking skyrocketing.
Oh, so they're trying to he's an outlaw. Oh yeah, because they're pirates.
Yeah, they're pirates. Yeah, but like to a true like in that universe, what it really means to be a pirate isn't about like plunder. People that become pirates that are true pirates, it's because that's how you like. There's no way in this world to actually be free, like from oppression, unless you're a pirate. Like it's to live the freest is to be a pirate.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's the other big like theme is that like there's this huge. It's called the world government that's like trying to oppress everyone like everywhere. There's like all this like slavery and injustice and like fucking propaganda and shit depending on like where they go. And pirates are like the bastion of like not of freedom.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sorry, that's the most creative name ever. The world government.
The world government, yeah.
Right? It's just like it's so simple, but it's like I get it.
Yeah,
That's true. You
I know exactly what they do. Yeah, I know exactly what they do.
Everything.
Yeah. The world government. That sounds like it sucks. Yeah, it does. Awesome. Good job, guys.
Right. I get it. I get this.
world government.
When I've told Hockey this a couple times, I'm going to give us like a spoiler that's like 200 and something episodes in. Even though it's like set in like what looks like a nautical show that's like on the high seas, like pirates and stuff like that, the show is actually a post-apocalyptic future show where society already reached the pinnacle of technology and then fell for some reason, and then what's coming up now is like this world's second time through going through these, like trying to rebuild up like what they lost, but nobody knows that like it's truly like a lost history. Like all the powers that people have are all like from genetically modified fruits and foods that like the previous society had created.
Okay.
Modified fruit.
GMOs, bro.
Yeah.
GMOs. MFGs or MSG.
MSGs, right?
MSGs, dog.
EMF and KMFDM.
Yeah. And MDFMK.
Yeah, MDFMK.
Or you have them cutting a bug just because I don't feel like drawing a person, so I'm gonna draw a fucking bug. It's gonna be like, oh shit, dog. That's too cute. Yeah, I'll make this guy ugly. He's too cute. Read that. Yeah. I've been doing less and less of the drawing the fur stuff on his boots and arms. Yeah, it's good. There we go. Shazam. Where's my webcam at? Oh, what happened?
I don't know.
My camera was not unplugged. What are you talking about, dude? Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we are. What's going on here? I'm looking at my camera right now. Oh, it switched to something dumb.
You're dumb.
This is dumb. You're dumb.
Your face is
Something
dumb.
dumb.
You're dumb.
Shazam. There we go. All right, let's put this away. Let's do a little sketchy sketch.
Sketch. Where do I put this line? It makes a tangent. Fuck's sake.
Don't do it, man.
Everywhere.
Don't do the tangents.
It's a tangent with something.
That's 5. That's 1. To the tree.
Ooh, that's looking good, dude.
What's looking good?
Jay's picture.
I did Ape of Frazetta, so don't.
No, I mean, dude. Sometimes that's how you learn how to turn forms better in 3D by seeing, like, looking, at reference, seeing how other people approach it. Because it's like, it's not easy. I mean, like, turning a form in 3D, like Chad makes it look fucking easy, but it's not.
He's like, look at this. I'm like, shit, man.
If you can make stick figures move, then you can do anything. Like, if you can perfect moving a stick figure, you'll get real good at it.
I would say tube figures.
Well, you can add the tubes to the stick figures.
Add muscle to the skeleton.
Yeah. But that's what I hear a lot. Every time I meet somebody new and I tell them what I do, first thing they usually say is, I couldn't draw a stick figure to save my life.
Oh, yeah. It's a popular.
Oh, yeah, I hear that all the time.
I couldn't even draw a stick figure.
If I'm telling you, though, if you can master drawing stick figures in motion, then adding the tubes and anatomy on top is not a problem after that.
Yeah. Well, the gesture drawing.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what art style you draw in, it still brings life to the character.
Oh my god, this one arc is 118 episodes? Holy shit.
Jesus.
I know this is so big.
Well, you're going in for the long haul.
Oh, dude, I took a break for about 6 months off the show, 6, maybe even 8 months. And I was like, I knew I was close to a certain threshold. So, like, the series is there's different arcs for, like, different stories that are being told within it. And then, but then overall, it's broken into 2 halves. There's the Rookie Saga, which is basically chapters 1 through, I think, like 525. And then there's the New World Saga, where they, like, there's actually a time skip where they get their asses, like, beat, and they all separate and break up, and then, like, they meet back up a couple years later. And after that, then it's called the New World Saga. They make it to the other hemisphere of the planet, to the New World, and then the New World is like 525 to 1075, I think.
I keep forgetting about his fur.
To present.
Keep drawing him too smooth.
I've been binging Northern Exposure.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that was a great show.
It still holds up. It's so good.
Yeah.
Except the hottest chick on there was like dating that old man. That always like, was weird.
Oh, I don't know. I thought the Bush pilot chick was the hottest.
Oh yeah, that's true. But they were like the only two.
It's just like real Alaska. There's two good
Exactly.
looking ones there.
Which old guy gets the one?
The actress that played the pilot lives up in Dallas right now.
Is that the chick that was in Cliffhanger, or was that somebody else? Wasn't there some chick in the Stallone movie Cliffhanger that was from Northern Exposure?
That might have been her.
Yeah, it might be her.
Yeah.
That show never aired on television since then because because of all the music that was in the
licensing,
show,
yeah,
the copyrights. So they never aired it, but they did release it on DVD, and now they finally put it on streaming, and it was just recently in the last month or two.
Dude, I didn't realize that. And again, it makes sense. Like, dude, music licensing fucks up so much cool shit. Like, it sucks. Like,
yep.
I guess apparently, like the last 3 Grand Theft Autos, like if you own those and you're connected to online, like Rockstar Games like updates those and rips music off of the game and like replaces it with new music. So like you're not getting the same radio station like music because like they only had the licenses for some of that music for so long. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Wow.
I'm like, that's partially what like a huge part of that game is cruising around a car in the city and like listening to certain tunes on those radio stations, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like all of a sudden like fucking Michael Jackson or like fucking Billy Idol or some shit like that. It's not like on the radio anymore. It's like, wait, what the fuck?
Universe has a question.
Oh, so guys, with me about to graduate next semester, I've been wondering where to look for artists or a team of artists for my story. So I found some freelance artist websites. You guys recommend I do it?
Is your story done? Is your story done is the main thing. If your story is finished, you know.
And I don't know. I would say unless it's like art freelance artists that aren't that experienced and don't have a lot of stuff under their belt. If it's somebody that is more experienced, you're gonna have to save up a wad of cash so you can pay them off right away.
I would in this case I would say that the buyer, which is you, really needs to beware, because it's like I mean we've all heard so many horror stories where you'll get a team together to work on a project, and then especially if like on freelance sites, like you don't know, like if you know you're hiring, and nothing against third world countries or whatever, but like you're hiring, you know, out of, you know, whatever, not local to you per se, like, you know, it's like you're hiring, you know, like your colorist is from Malaysia and then like your line artist is from Italy or something like that. Sometimes they don't follow through, and I've heard just about a lot of people that are like halfway done with their book and the artist bail on them, and then all of a sudden now you have a half done book and no way to hold that person to accountability. I would honestly suggest do more networking and try to befriend some people that you think might want to work on your project and kind of like pitch it around to like see if you can meet some people personally that you can get to know a little bit, that you can have. I mean, because, you know, we're all on the internet, so it's like trust is always a factor. Like someone that you feel comfortable with at a certain point, that you're not just getting a gun for hire. It's like somebody that you also feel that you can trust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They want to be able to trust you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to have someone go, yeah, I'm going to hire you, and then, you know, 3 months later they go, oh, actually, I'm not going to hire you.
Right.
Yep.
I'd say look for people with the track record and then hire them and go in with a little cash so you can.
So yeah, I mean,
pay
like
them.
combination of what Chad is saying and the group suggestion. Like,
Yeah, I mean, what are you looking to do? You're looking to do a comic book? Like, what are you looking to do? You know, that's another thing too. What are you looking to do? What's the size of the project? What's the scope?
Well, yeah, and like, you know, we know a lot of people, you know, so it's like came down to it. You could always ask, like, does this seem legit? Like,
It's always harder being the writer trying to get a book going.
Yeah.
oh,
I mean, are you
yeah.
looking to crowdfund it? You know?
Yeah. But I think the smaller the teams, the better. Though
Camera's acting like a retard. Oh no, it's back. Okay.
the more people you have doing it starting out, the harder it's going to get.
Well, that's absolutely true. As much as you can not lean on somebody else, the better. But if you can find an artist who can do everything,
Yeah.
but like Billy said, there is kind of a crapshoot, and that's even with people that are somewhat vetted. You know, like
yeah,
you know, next thing you know, they're like, "Well, I got a better offer or something," and
Yeah.
you got
But
half a
again-
book with one art style.
Mhm.
Well,
You know,
I've
and it's
seen
like you finish the book with a different artist, or what do you do? You know, like
I've seen people do campaigns though. They'll raise a fair amount of money, but then they're dividing it up amongst like 6 people, you know,
Oh,
in their
yeah.
campaign.
Yeah.
And I'm like, geez, like,
dude.
yeah,
Von Coleman showed off his creative team, like with like little photos of
I
him.
know it was
Dude,
12
he's got
people.
like 12 people on that shit. I was like,
Jesus.
holy fuck.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell? Is somebody bringing them lattes or some shit?
I don't know. He had like editor, assistant editor, a colorist, the colorist's girlfriend, like fucking their dog, fucking
Holy
script
shit.
writer.
fucking script writer, fucking, you know, trading card artist.
Has he done
variant
anything,
A.
or
Trading
like,
card-
is this his first project?
This is his first project.
Dude, then why is everybody sweating this kid's nuts, man?
Dude, it's like a freaking, it's like he's got a like there's gonna be a scroll at the end of his book that's like a fucking movie and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, it's like everybody's talking about this kid has a bright future and blah, and I understand. I'm not trying to throw shade at him, but like, dude, you haven't even done anything. Like, what the, like, what?
I
You know,
mean,
it's not like it's like an artist where you're like, yeah, man, I see exactly what he did. Like, I watch him draw all the time. He's really good. Like, yeah,
well, I mean, maybe the people that are like behind him like have actually read his script or something like that, and they find it actually compelling. You know, that's
Yeah.
I guess so. They act like he's the second coming of Jesus or something. It's like,
I mean,
all right, man.
I don't know.
I don't
where
know
he's
who
fucking
they
getting
are.
all the money to fund this shit. Is he like fucking loaded? Is his family from money or like?
Probably. Man.
He's a good kid though. I've hung out with him more than once.
No, Chad. Fuck that guy.
Well, Luna,
No, it's okay. I don't know him.
Luna, dude, if you're doing an epic, then you're
It's gonna be
going
really
too
hard to find
big
somebody.
before you even started. Like,
Yeah, do a small
Yeah,
story.
smaller.
Do a small. Grab a. You grab. There's nothing wrong with having your epic. Grab something that's a small story, and put out a book.
yeah, dude,
Just
start out
put
like
out a standalone book. One book.
Or if you're dead set on like keeping in the universe that you've already created, create a single issue one shot prequel.
right.
Test the waters, like to see how much interest there might be.
Do like short stories of that universe, but if you're like you've got an epic plan, then
Too big.
it's you're biting off way more than you can
Too
chew.
big. Yes.
Yeah, there's lots of reasons why that's hard, but one of the reasons goes back to like hiring people.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna be hard to find somebody who's in that long without
Right.
knowing you.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But
maybe I might do one issue, but I'm not
You're
gonna
you
be
would
stuck
be-
with you for 15. Yeah.
you'd be best off to hire 2 different artists and do 2 10 or 12-page stories,
Yeah.
you know, short stories, and then do your first book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you said, like an issue 0. But I honestly do something like what J-Bot did with Berserker. You know, like I think
Yeah,
that's a great
yeah.
model.
Yeah,
Just
do
test the
it.
waters.
Yeah, do an ash can. What this taught me is how to format the stuff, how long it's going to take me, and again, it's an artist's point of view. You know what I mean? So honestly, the heavy lifting is done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
that's
know
true because
people
you're
want to
doing
stay,
it.
writers and stuff like that. You're not going to have a comic book without an artist, and the art is what takes the most work.
Yep.
I mean, let's be real,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Absolutely, not even close.
not even close. I mean, I know some writers want to get together and they want to smell each other's farts and shit. And they want to dog on artists, okay? But listen, like, I don't have to put words in this book and I could sell it. You could go grab a book and you can grab your comic book, do it in a format or whatever, and put no pictures in it. And I guarantee you won't be able to sell as many comic books as I could with no words in it. But the heavy lifting is the artist, and that's the most expensive.
Breaking into the actual novelization and book field is just it's hard. It's harder.
Mm.
It's harder.
Oh,
to sell
yeah,
people
it's
on
really
it.
right.
You
It's
gotta
for-
do-
They're not writing them,
girl.
but at the same time, they're not writing novels. They're writing comic books.
Yeah.
You
So
got to
if
be
you're-
reasonable with yourself, like, and not put so much pressure on yourself.
But this taught me how to format, how long it's going to take for something to print, what type of paper. You know what I mean? This is satin 100-weight comic, cover paper. This is 80-point text paper. You know what I mean? It's like you learn other stuff, and I funded this myself. I'm not playing with other people's money. Do something small to get your feet wet so you can figure out how to do stuff.
Yeah.
And then that kind of gives you the confidence to be like, oh, it's not that hard, and I don't have that much pressure weighing on me to do something. You know what I mean? You kind of get it done. You put it out yourself. Boom. There you go. And now you have something to show people.
Yep. I mean, just engaging interest is super important. There's because we all have great ideas in our head, but when it hits to the public, it may not resonate in the same way that you love your own baby.
Mhm.
Rarely ever.
Right? Well, and then it can maybe. I mean, you say that the writing is done, but it's like depending on how the public may receive it, you may want to go back and retool your own project based off of the feedback that you get from your initial release.
Mhm. Yeah, but do something small, man. Don't try to bite off more than you chew. Unfortunately, the days where a nobody can really have a good concept and raise $200,000 or $50,000 in crowdfunding, those days are gone. Those days don't exist anymore.
No, they're long.
You're gonna have to do smaller stuff.
At least not with this president in the office. Everybody paying fucking $9.50 for a fucking dozen eggs and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking $6 gallon of milk.
Well, and back to our Luniverse's question. I think it's the whole reason why I started doing Unconditional Shove as an anthology was just because I can hone my skills as a writer, as an artist, in various different styles, because the stories can take place in different universes, and also get an idea of what people like and don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Play the long game. There's epic ideas that I want to do someday. I'm not jumping out of the gate on those because it's just it would crush the dream in my head that is so precious to me, so
Mm-hmm.
so I started with anthology, even though those don't sell very well particularly, but I was like, well,
yeah,
that at least gives me experience,
even I mean, anthologies historically don't sell the best, even with super popular established characters that people love. It's
right.
Ooh.
Look at Hellboy as a great example. Mignola started out doing really short Hellboy stories,
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
You don't have to do, and then also, then at the same time, you can always collect them later down the line
Yep.
too.
It doesn't
And even
mean they.
still, Mignola was working in the industry for a little bit before he really did that, even, I think, right?
Yeah, but also look at it like this too. There's no reason why there couldn't be some connecting continuity between them.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's kind of like what I was telling J-Bot earlier on the stream. Like, maybe you just do the 8-page ash cans and do them really quick. They could still be collected,
Right.
I wish more people would release their first issue as a narrated motion comic on YouTube. Like, it doesn't need to have like animation per se, but like hiring somebody with a nice, appealing like voice and like showing panel for panel and like having like it talked out. Man, I know that's an expense, but like, man, I love like seeing people.
That
like,
one guy, I just met him on a stream the other day, and he does something, and it's kind of like Kill Them Dead because it's got heavy metal with it, and it's like a heavy metal book, but all his stuff is like narrated on his YouTube page, and that's really fucking cool. But yeah, it's the same thing. I'm like, dude, I was kind of hooked because for one, I can check it out for free.
Yeah.
And then two, in our short attention span society, get like moving, a little bit of animation, some audio, sensory going on.
And you can have it on while you can listen to it, the story part while you're, because like we can usually absorb what's in a panel pretty quickly, like our brains automatically. And if you're just kind of listening to it, on a second screen or something like that, and then you can just like glance over like what the panel is, and then if it's something that catches your eye, then you can stop and be like, oh shit, yeah, he's fucking totally chopping that chick up right there.
I've gone down that road just wanting to start with an epic, and well, that fell through due to my writer. But I am really glad that I've done this instead, because even though I still want to do my epic, and I will do it at some point, it's a lot of work. So it's 100 pages, or even 70 pages or something. But if you're a writer and you're going, oh, I want 70 pages, there's 70 pages of artwork that you have to pay for. Yeah, I can do it because I'm doing it for myself. But then that's 70 pages of work that I've got to do.
Even a cheap artist, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
I like Tim Olson's idea. Just run up and slap people and scream the name of your book while you're running away.
There you go.
Pretty good idea.
Yeah, I mean, as you network and share your story with some people too, you might not have to find people. You might have people asking you to work on your project. Like one of the projects that I got involved in really early within like the comicsgate sphere was Krishna Kid, and that was just because I saw Kami Mark on a live stream, and he was talking about how he was going to mix like the Hindu mythology with Dragon Ball Z. And I was like, I was raised Hindu and I love Dragon Ball Z. I was like, holy shit, I fucking love this. I got a hold of him on Twitter, and I was like, I'm not an interior artist, but if like you need somebody to like do covers or do color or anything like that. And now here it is a couple years later, and I'm like his oldest employee on that project.
Still hasn't worked.
He had another,
One day it will.
because he had another artist starting the interiors, and they got I think like 40 or 50 pages in, and then ghosted him. And he had to hire another artist.
Holy
There's
mackerel.
that story again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking ghosts. Woo.
What Billy, what'd you do on Krishna Kid?
I colored the covers for the 3 main covers.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't get Krishna Kid, but I got Duryodhana Purana.
Oh yeah, I colored that cover too.
Yeah, I got it because of Matt's cover. I was like,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
looks cool.
Yep. And they were like he wanted to do color coded themed covers. So like the Duryodhana Purana was the black and white cover. Even though it had color in it, he wanted it mostly actually just white. And that's why like the ground didn't have any rendering on it or anything. It was just white, pretty much, to like make the characters pop off it in a certain way. He had a bunch of examples of like famous comic books that had that like white aesthetic for a cover.
Yeah, it almost gave it an ethereal effect, like it was dreamlike or something.
Yeah, and then
no background.
And then each like the main covers were red, green, and or blue, red, and then green.
Fucking commies. I
Will
like
he do
Johnny
a sequel where he works at an AM PM? 7-Eleven. Shit. Oh, he says this has been helpful. Yeah, man. Let's do something small, man. Do a floppy that has 2 stories in it or something. Do an ash can. It's just one.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, then it gives you learn the process, and then it gives you something that you can actually show people that look what I did.
And that's advice directly from a publisher as well. Pete Samedi said the same thing. He said to anyone who's new, start small, work your way up. I may have jumped too high with a 24-page book, but starting off with 24 pages may be too much. But still start as small as you can.
I started with 82, but
it's an overachiever over here.
Hindsight is 2020. And actually, Unconditional Shove did much better than I expected in a lot of ways, because I'm like, yeah, it's a big book and no one knows who I am. But the difference being, like Hockey said, I was drawing and writing all of it. My overhead was nothing. I did end up doing a colored version, so I did have to pay. And he had a great rate, but it's still 82 pages is a lot of fucking money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah, even if it's say $100 a page, 82, that's $8,000.
Yeah, it wasn't 100 a page.
No, but as I say,
right.
Well, I'm just rounding to make it an easier number.
Right.
Like it's going to be hard to find someone under $100 these days.
Oh yeah, like I got again, he was foreign. Luckily he was a good dude. He finished the entire thing and was never laggy on any of it. But even less than 100 a page, it was still quite a bit out of my pocket. And
Luniverse, if you've got an epic story that's say I'm just using rounded numbers, 100 pages. So there's an artist, say they're charging, well, if they're $100, we'll just again $100. So there's $10,000. There's and then you got a colorist, because that's going to charge. There's another $10,000. You're at $20,000, and and all you've done is pay for your artwork. So
right, all you've done is make the book. You haven't sold anything.
Yeah. So if you hire a letterer as well. You might be able to do it yourself, so that's fine. But if you do hire a letterer, there's more money. Editors, if you go down, and I would recommend an editor.
Damn, cat.
Someone just to look over it. And
right, some people will just look it over for you. They're not necessarily editors, but at least you're getting another set of eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, someone. So if you do hire an editor, there's more money. There's just little expenses that will come up. Oh wait, I need a logo. Oh, now I've got to spend $200 or $300 on someone for a logo. Oh wait, I need this. Oh, I need this. So it just adds up, and by the end of it, your project's $30,000, and you're just going, oh, I've got to raise $30,000, and I'm a brand new creator. Yeah,
that'd be really tough. This sounds like a conversation I just had with my oldest daughter about moving out. Like there's all these things you don't expect. You're not
Yeah.
you're not accounting for this. You're not accounting for that.
Yeah.
You're gonna run out of
Exactly,
toothpaste, shampoo, and toilet paper all at the same time, and you spend all your
Yeah.
so you're caught up on your bills, but you have no toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Those leaves in the neighbor's yard. So
Like, time to hit up Taco Bell for a fucking 89-cent taco and a whole lot of napkins.
Yeah, a lot of napkins.
I don't
Of
know.
course,
Does it
I-
even
when
make
I was
89
telling her
cents
that
or is it
again.
$2 now? $2
Yeah,
tacos
there's
now.
no 89-cent no more. I told her, if you ever at that point, I'll give you a roll of toilet paper. I'm just saying.
Pine cone
No,
says
tough
Tim
love.
Olsen.
No toilet paper for you. Taco Bell napkins. is all you-
Yeah. So, and we're all coming from experience, like in different variations of experience as well.
Yep. I mean, and you never know. Like you're like, I don't know like anything about your story, but like you may do your your issue 0 short story, and put it out like a PDF form for maybe the first 12 pages for people to check out or something like that, and it might be a huge fucking hit,
Yeah.
you know. And people might be clamoring like, we want fucking more, and then like next thing you know, it's just like, yeah, you release your issue 1 and you hit 50K on your first time out. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, that's it. Can you break up maybe that's a thing. Maybe can you break your epic story up into bite-sized chunks? Hey, let's try a 24-page first issue as the first part of your story. So if people might go, oh, I did enjoy that, and you've got a follow-up. So
Yeah, and like I say, if you do something small, it gives you something to sell, something to show off, something that you can take to your local comic book shop and be like, hey, listen, I did this. Like, would you mind selling it for me? Like, and they take a percentage, and then now your book's in the comic book store.
Oh, dude, I am so happy to see too. Like, and I'm glad, Jay, that we all pushed you to bring your comic down to the local LCS because you're like, should I don't know, guys. Like, and we're like, dude, bring your fucking comic book down to the goddamn store.
Well, I still want you to be selling it at your store. That was.
Oh, I am. I sold 5 copies already. No,
See, that was
7.
the one. You're like, I'm not going to sell it at my store. I have a video game store.
I'm not going to sell it at my store.
No, to be honest, it's one of those things that's like, to be honest, like if people know me, I don't want them to. I'm kind of embarrassed to show them Berserker. It was weird, but like on the internet and doing this, I'll talk to people about it all day. But like people that know me, like at work and my friends and my but not necessarily my family, but even like some of my friends who's like, oh, like here's a comic, and then my wife's like, oh, my husband did a comic. Like, you want to buy one? And they're like, yeah, okay. So I'm selling it to my wife's friends, and I'm like, I don't know if they get it or, you know what I mean. So
Is
it's
she
like,
the most proud of you of anybody? Like, and I'm not saying that to be facetious. Like, it's got to be like a banner moment for her where she's like, she's watched you draw for how long, and she's like, you fucking made this, dude. Like, this is yours.
Yeah, her and my
I'm
mom.
sure she's just like beaming and like talking you up every chance she can get.
Yeah. She's telling her boss. She's telling her friends. She's telling,
Dick.
oh, did you get your copy? Oh, I need 3 copies. Okay. I'm like, hell yeah, baby.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's but even like customers like, oh, I didn't know you draw. I'm like, yeah, this is my comic book that I made. Like, oh, cool, let me buy it. All right, sure. So I'm a little embarrassed, I guess, by it. You know what I mean? That people that know me, like in real life, I suppose, or like in my personal space, it's like,
it's bizarre.
But that was the thing. I'm like, I know people who know you are actually especially once they find out, they're like, well, I've always liked you, and I didn't know you had this other talent. Of course, I'll buy. Like. They're your friends, So yeah, and they want to see it. Like, I found that out pretty quick. Was like, people like, what, you make a comic book? I want it. And they're not even comic book fans, but they wanted it because they never knew. They're like, I can't believe you make comic books. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm going through that at the moment at my work. I'm letting people. I'd say, oh yeah, what do they go? Oh, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, got my comic book coming out in a week, and and they go,
What?
oh, you got a comic? You're making a comic? Oh, let me know. So I get that now. So
Because
Yeah.
people,
Just that one guy, I didn't
people
know he
don't
did
usually
that.
do stuff, and like once people find out, you're like, wait, you do things like
Right,
outside
you're-
of where I see you right now,
Creative person. You have other interests. Well, it's funny. Like when I'll sit down with just a stranger or something and start talking about their lives, you find out some fascinating things that they do, or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's the same with drawing or making comic books. When people find that out, they're like fascinated by it because it's something they would never do, or they're
Right.
the person who's like, I can't draw a stick figure to save my life, like we were saying. So it blows their mind that somebody has that kind of talent.
Someone creates, someone does stuff, and it's true. They do.
It's like finding out
And-
about that guy that's like building it. It's just like, so what do you do on your weekends? He's like, well, I'm building this yacht so like when I retire, I can sail around the world. I'm like, wait, you build ships?
Right? Like,
Yeah.
who the hell does that? He's like, I don't know. He's all modest about it, just like we
I
are.
do.
And then
yeah, I build that shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's interesting. Yeah, like one day, a guy today, I've been talking to him for he's been coming in, and I've been talking to him for a year and a half, and and it's only today that he found out that I've got a comic book launching next week. So that I was going, oh yeah. So so it's great. Let's say, use your friends, use your family.
Mhm.
It's going.
Yeah,
If your mum buys a comic, then there's a win.
it's a
Your mum's
sale
got-
nonetheless. It might not be a
It's a
repeat sale, but it's a sale. And again, if you have a campaign that looks good, it draws interest.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
even if you're selling Girl Scout cookie style, just to
Mhm.
friends and family, if you raise enough money, it looks at least like you're, Now you have to have the goods to have a long,
for
a long
repeat.
run with true comic fans. But yeah,
At least you do it. At least you got something to show for it. Because right now everything's just words. Everything's
just
just you know what I mean.
just
Nothing's real.
screens.
Yeah. Once you
well,
put
and
something
once
out,
you have that, even
yeah.
if that's where it ends, that's still pretty cool. Like,
yeah, you did it.
because I did the music thing for a long time and I do the comic thing, but my kids are always like, they're just like, that's super cool. You have stuff to show for your creativity. Published things, produced things.
Mm-hmm.
I exist. I am real.
I'm real. You guys remember Vanilla Sky with Kurt Russell?
Oh yeah.
He just has that line where Tom Cruise is like questioning whether he's actually a created thing or not, and he's like, "I'm real. I'm real. I'm real."
I was gonna do the blood black, but I did other things black, so now I'm like, man.
Can't go back.
Can't go black, man. And don't crack either. I
We're
bought
not
these.
trying to discourage you from doing your big epic, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
No, not at
that's
all.
the other thing.
Just
too.
break it down.
Yeah.
Just break it.
We're
Just
not
break it
trying to
down.
discourage
Yeah.
do your epic, but just try a few things out first.
Yes.
Yeah, break
Get your feet wet. Get your feet wet. That's all.
Yep. And like I said, at least put something out.
Dude, it's again with Trent's Twilight Monk. I got people to actually that had never bought illustrated novels before. I'm like, dude, if you go to Trent Kanuga's studio YouTube, Aquatic Moon, like the first, I think 3 books, like he's got in complete audiobook form with like the drawings, like that will like be up on screen like while you're listening to the book.
Cool.
And I got a bunch of people to like buy his book that way. They're like, dude, this book is so good. I'm just like, yeah, it's fucking good. Now you can just go buy it and like own the pictures and shit.
actually
Yes,
a
you'd
great
like,
idea.
Did
That
you play
audio.
World of Warcraft? Yeah, he probably drew half that shit you were looking at.
Hey, good talking with you, Luniverse. I'm glad that you took all our input in, and really the best of luck to you.
Yeah,
I
man,
think
for
we,
sure.
I think we said this before. If you got anything you want to show, I'm pretty sure any of us, just hit us up on Twitter and.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, take a look at it.
Well, the other thing is, take people's advice, but you're not beholden to our advice.
Yeah,
No.
Do whatever the hell you want to do. That's the
Yeah.
end result.
We're just,
But live and die
Yeah.
by your own choices as well, and learn from them and all that.
yeah, we're not authorities on this.
If it feels good,
it feels good. Yeah,
Yeah.
feels good.
At the end of the day, if it feels good, do it.
Yeah.
feels good. Fuck it.
Yeah. If you want to kick that puppy, just go ahead, man.
Can't argue with that logic.
Dude, I like these Pentel erasers, man. It's working pretty good.
Oh, Pentel makes really good erasers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just,
they're polymer.
I just dislike boogers.
Boogers. I used
The
to like
eraser.
them, then I started hating them.
Yeah, like that's see what you're doing there. You're brushing it out to the side.
Mhm.
Where's that end up? Like everywhere else, like on the floor.
Yep, it's gonna end up on the carpet, and I'm gonna vacuum it up later.
See,
Get one of
Yeah,
these. You
that's-
sweep it under the rug.
that's why I use a kneaded eraser.
Oh, needed. Okay, I was like, how do you not get? Like, how do
I
you
do
not
love
get?
I do
needed
love
eraser?
my needed eraser. That I will agree.
I used to love kneaded erasers, but they started just like pulling up all the ink every time, and it was just driving me nuts.
You get hair in it and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and
dog
they
might
have a
run up
life, when they're totally black. You're like, okay, this is just leaving smudges now.
Dude, I had one that was like probably I had since God, like probably high school. And it looked normal. Like it was like, okay. And then my dog ate it. And I was like, what the hell, man? And then I bought new ones, but they're like more gummier. Like they're not as it wasn't as sturdy. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah.
very soft. They were softer than the other one.
I noticed
had.
that with the new ones too. They're like
It was fucking-
they're too gummy. They're like sticky and tacky.
yeah, yeah, and melty. It's like what the fuck?
And melty,
Sometimes they'll
yeah.
end up on your hands. You're like, what? What?
Your dog's sitting there like licking his chops, like, oh, give me that eraser.
I know. I was like, I don't know. She hasn't did it before, after that. So I think she might have learned her lesson, man. I want none
She
of that.
learned that was a hard shit.
Blowing bubbles out her bum.
Yeah. Well, shit. We almost lost her in the first damn week we owned her because she decided to chew the power cord from the Christmas tree.
Ooh,
Jesus Christ!
We're there just eating, and she was a puppy, and we're just there eating at the kitchen table, and in the living room right there, we had a Christmas tree, and
Christmas vacation.
it's just
Yeah, that's what I
freaking
was
like
just thinking.
we just see it like. I swear I saw it flicker, and I'm just like, okay. And
Oh no!
I look at it, and I'm like, oh, it's off. I swear I turned it on, and then I went and looked at it, and looked at the cable. I was like, oh, geez. She's the only one that does that. She might have yelped too. I think she made a noise, and I was like, "What's that noise over there?"
Oh no!
Made a noise and farted, and
He's
a bubble
fine.
came out.
Yeah, right. She's okay. I don't know. Maybe she's half retarded. I couldn't tell.
Just a flesh wound.
She's all right. She's still here.
Hey, J-Bod, have you ever got one of these? Like a little pointed eraser?
Oh yeah, nice.
Whoa! Hold on.
It's like a mechanical pencil with an
Yeah.
eraser.
Yeah, it's just a eraser that you can click like a mechanical pencil.
Yeah.
But
Intel makes.
Let me see. Let me see
like
one
that.
of those. Oh, okay. Huh.
especially because most of my pencil lines, except on the Kill Them Dead stuff, but on all the stuff I ink, is so light anyway.
Mhm.
Like all I do is take this into the areas because then I'm not pulling up any of the ink. And that was my thing with the gum erasers, was just like the ink was getting washed out because it was coming off on the eraser so much.
Yeah.
Dale Keown uses one of those to actually hit hot spots and do like reverse erasing hatching into his pencil work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like kind of like you would use a white.
like a
pen.
white pen. Yeah.
Yeah, he's always been so good at that, like negative space hatching.
Yeah.
Yeah, his stuff looks so like feathered and freaking. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
what am I doing in my life? You know.
Well, he's explained like his whole like. Let me see if I can get this right. Okay, so wait, he does. Yeah, he does this. He does the sketch in blue line first. Then he does pencils. Then he does inks. Then he does white pen. Then he does pencils again. Then he goes back with eraser. And then white paint one last time, and then he's done.
Gosh, Jesus.
Yeah. But like, I was just like, wait, he pencils again after he inks?
But
Yeah,
He
that's
gets certain gray tones in there. He pencils again after
Right.
he inks.
he does.
I've
very-
seen some of those. Yeah, where they're like, that's not just pencil, and that's not ink. It's like some conglomeration.
But he
I've
does
seen some
more
of
than one sketch drawing it and iterations on it. Like it's not
Yeah,
just
you
that.
can tell.
Like
Yeah.
he'll draw it 4 times before
5
it gets-
versions. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
It's more patience than I have. And talent and all of it.
That explains his output.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Yeah, it's not the fastest in the world.
At this point, I guess he doesn't have
And
to
it-
be for sure.
And it wasn't a slight at him, by the way.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be. It's nice
No.
when people want to wait for you, but at the same time, it's like, do you want to do a book? You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. It's like, man, dude, like,
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you get to a certain point, and you're like, do I? Maybe I don't.
maybe
I don't have to.
Yep. Never mind.
I don't understand. Just to me, I don't understand how some artists they'll do really awesome interior work for a while and then just be cover artists. And I can't wrap my head around not wanting to draw interiors anymore. Like,
Oh, same here. Like, and part of me says, oh, it'd be fun to just draw covers. But I'm
Right.
like, that would get boring really fast because I'm not
Yeah, it
telling
would.
a story,
Mhm.
you know. Now that
So they can
said,
make
like
money really quickly, though.
Frank Frazetta, like the best, you know, he just kind of went, I'll tell a story with one drawing, one painting.
Yeah. I guess, too, if you were like, I draw covers. I do covers all day, and then like, while I work on my own shit,
Well, yeah, like you're still
Sure.
doing interiors.
Yeah. But yeah, people that don't do it like their own in general, just like, I don't know. Maybe they just don't know how to tell stories. Maybe they don't. I don't know.
that's why I gotta hand it to a guy like Chris Pacello. That dude still draws interiors. John Romita Jr. still drawing interiors.
Yeah.
Not as good as he used to.
John Byrne, shit. I can't, like, when I found out, like, what was it, last year, the year before, that he just kept drawing his X-Men series, but he was just doing it on his own. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what? That's fucking
As far as I
crazy.
know, still doing it.
Dude, that's,
Yeah, he's like 20 issues in or more.
Wow.
Yeah, that's called obstinate, but I love it.
I don't know why though. Like he should just be doing his own book, like Next Men or Lab Rats or whatever those titles he had.
Yeah, next man would
Might
be
have been.
cool. I think we
Yeah,
talked
might-
about this last. Yeah,
They might have
last time.
been not ready for the time, maybe, but I think people might be ready for them now. The people are kind of were over X-Men. It seems like now there's a resurgence of X-Men, but I don't know how the comics are.
dude, that cartoon is so good.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I keep hearing it's so good. I haven't checked it
Dude,
out.
it's fucking badass.
Dude, I heard Cable's in it.
Yeah.
And if he was
Nice.
if he's like computer body slide, I'm fucking in. I'm like, oh, what?
Well, what's crazy is like I've seen the first 3 episodes, and you get to see Cable actually being born, and then get sent to the future with Bishop, and then you know he's gonna come back. Like,
nice.
oh, this is so fucking cool.
Dude, Cable was dope in the fucking animated series, man. Body slide by one, fucking vanish and shit. It's like, yeah.
And Bishop, like Bishop's
Yeah.
a cool character.
Yeah, Bishop was cool. But when he started fighting Cable, I was like, whoop his ass, Cable. 'Cause he had the
That's
cool,
racist.
yeah, the cool shirt. That was the Liefeld Cable with the headset and the shoulder pads.
Yep.
Awesome gun that he'd shoot and it'd blow shit up.
Yeah, I've already seen screen caps of. I think they're on episode 5 or 6 now, and I've already seen screen caps where I've seen a shot of Cable. So I'm like, all right, he comes back. He like does his whole life, and then comes back, and his parents are just like, wait, but we just sent you like to the future yesterday. He's like, thank you for doing that for me, my lovely parents. I mean, I don't know if it goes down like that.
I didn't get to spend my life with you, but
I must return to
all
my
the best
hometown.
because you're a wanker.
Mhm.
Who wants to be the son of Scott Summers? Ew.
I don't know, man. That fight he was doing was pretty dope, man.
Dude, and even like him and Bishop teaming up, fucking Bishop's like, he's like, Scott, hit me, and fucking Scott just fucking opens up the visor and just fucking fills him with all kinds of kinetic energy and shit, and then Bishop just starts fucking shit up.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm telling you, man. They probably were watching like anime, and they probably were sitting there playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Oh,
I
they
can
said
tell you.
that exact thing, yeah.
Yeah, my friend works on it. He said they would watch the old episodes every day. And then one of the storyboard guys I know was doing the touching the side of the visor to pay homage to the game.
Yeah. Unibeam.
Optic blast.
Cyclops was dope in Marvel vs. Capcom, man.
Dude, he was.
He was pretty
People were
badass in that game.
And people were
Yeah.
sleeping on him, fucking like.
Dude, you
You can do like the charge attack and shit. And I was be juggling people, and you hit the fucking one
you
that
do the mag. Sorry, go ahead.
the one that ricochets off the floor.
Dude, you do the Iron Man, Cyclops, Magneto tag team combo, and like, dude, it was. I actually really hated people. Like, I would see that pick and I'd be like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and people killed Magneto.
I'm
man.
losing, dude.
Really,
Yeah, I was a
Dude.
sucker for all the big guys. I'm like, Juggernaut. He's so
Juggernaut
big.
was so cool.
Dude, and that was like the biggest pixels we had seen for characters at that time. Like, dude, Hulk,
it was-
Juggernaut, and Sentinel were like so fucking big on
Took up the whole
screen.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
And you're like, oh, I'm gonna
breathing
fight
and
Apocalypse.
spider stuff.
Oh shit,
Gamma Crush.
yeah. Dude, the moves, bro. Like Hulk jumps into space,
Yeah.
into it a fucking
Yeah,
meteor,
fucking
dude.
meteor, dude. Yeah.
Yep.
My sugar glider's barking. I hope it's not bothering everybody.
I thought it was
I
like a
can hear
toy pot, a little toy going
Was
off.
that what
Oh, the
that is?
sugar
That was
glider.
a squeaky. I thought it was a squeaky
Yeah.
toy.
No, that's
Yeah.
her barking. Can you
Oh,
hear
that's
it?
cute. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now I can.
Sounds like something you'd buy in Japan at a toy store.
yeah. It's like one of those little toy dogs.
Yeah, this is my airplane that's made out of sugar paper.
Yeah, she's not always like this. It's just this is a rare moment, actually.
She hears you having fun in here.
The storm's
That's-
coming.
That's usually my dog, like my big lab. If she knows I'm talking to people, she's got to get right in the middle of my phone conversation or whatever.
My cats, dude, are like they're like, hey, fun within reason, human.
Yeah, human.
It sounds like a cat.
They're like, it's 2 a.m. It's time for bed.
All right,
So-
Penny, that's enough.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, you're driving
Probably
crazy
picking
now.
up pets. Someday, maybe.
I like my pets.
Well, I would have them, but I'm gone so often. And it's just me, so it's like they'd just be, I'd have to get like a gaggle of
boredom.
pets.
Yeah.
Well, if I had
and like
a couple dogs, I do have a fenced backyard. Like, I think they'd be fine back there, but I'd always be worried that they'd be getting out and fucking the neighbor's dogs or something. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say getting lost. I wasn't prepared for you to be like, yeah,
You're gonna say stuck by a tornado.
We're out there fucking getting a bunch of poon from the neighbors.
Yeah, of all the things they could be doing, pleasing themselves is the one I'd be most pissed about.
Just out there hanging with their bitches.
I smell Fifi.
Oh man, that's funny.
That was one of my favorite Cheech and Chong bits when I was a kid. It's like, hey man, you smell that? That smells like Fifi, man.
I forget the bit, but once you said Fifi, I'm like, yeah, that was Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, they were like acting like a pair of dogs on stage.
Oh yeah, that was the one where they did all the skits on stage. Yeah,
Right.
still smoking.
Okay, I can't remember. I like the one where they're like Mexican American.
Oh yeah, next movie, that was my favorite.
Save the
He's like-
whales.
Beaners.
It's the same thing but different, man.
Yeah, give it with some a little more
Beaners.
rock and roll. Kind of the same thing.
And if you don't feel like saving the whales, fuck the seals. Fuck the seals.
Dan-dan-dan, dan-dan-dan, dan-dan-dan.
Classic stuff.
Go back and watch those, man.
I
It was
know.
some of the funniest shit ever. I watched a couple of them the other day. I'm like, they're still just as funny, man. Like,
Do you remember after he did Born in East LA, he tried to recapture that movie and do a version of him in Australia.
Shrimp on the Barbie?
Throw another shrimp on the Barbie, eh?
Shrimp on the Barbie was funny.
Oh, that was the name of it.
Yeah, that's the name of it. Shrimp on the Barbie.
Oh man, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, it was all right.
grew
Like,
up watching
it wasn't
Born in
as
East
good as
LA.
Born in East LA, but yeah, he like hooks up with some hot Australian chick.
Of course.
Yeah, it's Cheech, man. It's all about the ladies.
That's right. Definitely a fish out of water tale. I've only seen it once, but when they did the Corsican Brothers, I only saw it once. I never.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I know I've seen it, but that's been a long, long time. And then they were in Yellowbeard,
Oh right.
and Chong played the Emperor guy who with the lisp,
Right.
and Cheech would always call him your assholiness.
Yes.
Yes, your assholiness.
La-da-da.
I like J-Bot's freaking playlist.
La-da-da-da.
And this
La,
is
la,
this is
la.
one from
I was gonna say it sounds like
called
it's like
Snail's House.
I was gonna say it sounds like it's like from like Toad's Adventure or some shit.
It reminds me of this cartoon that was on Nickelodeon as a kid where it had these two little redheaded kids, and then it would switch between them and the space mice. It was British, and it anyway.
Mm.
I have
La
no
la
idea.
la 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 la.
Sounds horrible. No, I was kidding.
It was pretty scary.
Sounds whack, homie.
Chad, did you watch Danger Mouse when you were a
Of
kid?
course.
Oh
Fuck
yeah.
dude.
And
Danger
Count
Mouse.
Duckula.
Dude, I loved fucking Danger Mouse. Like I was just like, dude, this cartoon is so sick. He's got an eye patch. He's a fucking super spy and shit. He's got a fucking dope ass car and shit with gadgets.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like indie cartoons almost.
Well,
Like it seemed like it was for kids, but it seemed like really adult too.
And then,
Yeah, well, because it was British, so it was like a different set of sensibilities.
Right.
then I liked watching that Canadian one, the raccoons.
Oh,
I have
which
no
one?
idea what that is.
Yeah, they
Raccoon?
were it was called the Raccoons, I think.
I never heard of that.
Hmm.
But I'm not Canadian.
Title.
That's great.
Have you guys ever seen the stop motion animated movie something Grand Prix? It was done in the early 80s.
Oh god, it was just called the Raccoons. Holy shit.
Yep. What is it? It was a stop motion. Stop motion.
I don't know. That doesn't sound familiar.
Hold on. Grand Prix. It's so good. It's like one of the best stop motion animated movies ever. And it's all about race cars. The Pinchcliffe Grand Prix. And it was done in the, let's see, what year did it come out?
Seems like such a weird thing to do stop motion with.
1975.
This looks crazy.
It's so good. The animation is so good in that. It used to play on HBO all the time.
It's like wacky races, but like stop motion.
Yeah, the animation in it is top notch. Like stop
Dude, these
motion.
cars are sick.
I know.
It was called Grand Prix.
The Pinchcliffe. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you got it. Pinchcliffe Grand Prix.
Pinchcliffe.
Yeah, these cars are sick. Big fucking V12s with fucking spoilers and shit.
So like this, it's about this old man who builds his Grand Prix car and enters the race against all these pros, and his looks like it was made out of parts like a mad scientist would make in his garage.
Yeah, it looks like Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of car that is, but yeah, it's like one of those British open wheel fucking roadsters. He's got a monkey fucking with him? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stop motion is actually really good.
When you see the photos of them on the sets, like the miniature sets and that, it's so neat.
Dude, it's like, oh no, wait, dude, there was a game for this, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it came out on Steam in 2021. Holy shit.
Wow.
And the graphics look like the old, like they didn't try to change the art style. It looks like it's like stop motion.
Oh, really?
Nice.
It's trippy.
J-Bot, did you stop paying for StreamYards?
No.
Because the StreamYard logo is up in the corner.
Oh, they hit me up. It was a special. They're doing a special thing. It's $10
Oh,
or something like that. The
$10
$10 a month
off.
thing, but it's you get a lot of the accesses of the next step up, but you can't get rid of the StreamYard logo in the corner.
Oh,
They always say StreamYard in the corner. But it's not the dumb duck.
yeah.
But yeah, it was like a holiday thing, like around Thanksgiving. You guys go, and it's like as long as you keep it, you will get it's not the basic tier that you pay for. It's like I get the next tier up.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, it was a pretty
And
good
you
deal.
don't get the duck,
Yeah, I don't get the duck. Fuck the duck.
or you don't have to have the duck.
Yeah. It's this stream, but I was like, I don't care for that price. I was like, oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. Nice.
Like they just said, emailed me, and I was like, yeah, okay. So I just signed up. I was like, oh yeah, man. It's like some kind of entry tier or some kind of special tier that they only do around certain times, I guess. So I could stream up to 3 places.
Right?
Yeah, that's really helpful.
So I do the Twitter. I don't just do Twitter and YouTube.
Yeah. I broke my diet yesterday because it was my wedding anniversary.
Oh, nice, man. How long?
So, now, we've been together for 15 years. Well, no, we've been married for 15 years. We've been together for 25 years, sorry.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, same
Wow.
here,
Man,
It's nice that it's round numbers like that. Or
Yeah, I know.
by
10
10
years apart. Yeah,
right. Well, congratulations. That's a long time.
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, same here, man. I've been my wife. We got together in 2000. Is when we started dating. I just counted
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, we were
Honeymoon
just
year.
before that. So yeah, the end
Solid
of
way to remember.
'98 was when we started dating.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, I think we. Well, no, yeah, I think 2000 is when we started. Yeah. So we're just like, yeah, that's easy to remember. 24 years we've been together.
Mm-hmm.
But this year will be our 24th. It's like, when'd you get married? I don't know, man.
When you guys were first met, you're like friends. You're like, let's not make this official till 2000, so it's easy to remember.
I can't be remembering all these dates, man.
Right. If we do 99, I'd have to subtract one every time. It'd fuck me up.
Mm-hmm.
Or not subtract one, add one.
But yeah, so yesterday, because I've been on a carnivore diet,
Mm-hmm.
and then yesterday I
Nice.
broke the carnivore
Oh,
diet.
really?
I thought, well, it's one day, we're going out for dinner. Sure, let's break it. But, so now I've got to get back into the carnivore again.
My ex did that for a long time, like over a year.
Yeah.
Nothing but meat. Nothing but meat. I don't know. I think it kind of fucked her up, in my opinion, but not because she's my ex or anything, but like physically. But she definitely lost weight and got some stamina and some like things that meat can do for you. Like
Yeah,
actually
I'm just
does
trying to-
increase your testosterone.
Yeah, yeah. So I thought, well, I'll give it, try it for a month, see how I feel. But I was going, no, don't feel any different. I'll just. But yeah,
What have you been eating mostly? Like just like red meat or
People.
mostly red meat.
I thought it's a cannibal diet, no carnivore.
It must
Could be
be
any
people.
meat.
I'm just following this book written by Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
the people diet.
The people diet.
Weird that
I
Dahmer
thought it
sounds
was- I
like
thought it was
Donner.
a diet for people, but it turns out he just eats people. Like,
Yeah.
I used to have a lot of friends.
Yeah, I said
meant
meat
literally.
for people, not eat for people.
It's like that Twilight Zone
Yeah.
episode. How to serve man.
Sausages, steak.
I like how they keep rubbing off, and there's a little bit more to the title on the book.
That was the Simpsons one.
Yeah, the Simpson one. Yeah.
Yeah, the original Twilight Zone though, like it was
Yeah.
it was an alien language, and they're like, oh, it's how to serve man. That's the first part that they figured out, but they couldn't decipher their whole language. They could just figure out the title. And then this lady's trying to figure it out, and all the people are getting on the spaceship to go with the aliens to their great
Oh
alien
yeah.
planet.
It's a
And she
classic.
finally deciphers it that it's not to serve man, it's a cookbook. And that's when
Yeah.
she runs out. It's a cookbook. It's a cookbook.
It literally means to serve man.
Serve man.
That's the name of the episode.
Yep. Preserve
Curiosities and Oddities Emporium, the cookbook.
the cookbook. There you go.
Right.
Oh, that would be a good cookbook, actually. If
Yeah.
you could come up with like really unusual, unique recipes for it.
Oh, you're
That
talking
would
about
be
an actual cookbook. I think Billy was talking about that be the oddity or the curiosity.
Mhm.
The cookbook that somebody finds and says, to serve man.
No, I was just thinking of Hockey's Oddities book. Isn't that what it's called?
Curiosities and Oddities Emporium.
Yeah, that would be a good cookbook to add to your like. People like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I know Good Stuff is making an actual cookbook. It's going to be launching a campaign here soon for it.
Oh, see,
is he?
Yeah.
great minds.
Well, do you want to go around one time and then we can call the night? It's getting late.
Yep.
It is. So I got to work tomorrow. I guess.
I guess so.
Which one's that one? Is
I
that
guess
the pro?
Jay's got to do stuff at the shop tomorrow.
I got to take my kid out of school. I got to get up
That
at
too.
6.
Oh, it's rough.
Ugh.
Well, you can reach me at chadtownsend.com. Thank you. Night all.
See ya.
Very good.
There we go.
See right there at below.
Right there below. Awesome.
Yep.
Hockey.
Oh, I just took a big bite of my.
Sandwich.
I'm Hockey, the ad hoc artist. Please go check out my book. Launching in 1 week, Curiosities and Oddities Emporium, the dress, about a lady who buys a dress that makes her travel in time, and she eventually discovers a murder that she wants to solve. So go check it out. Hopefully you enjoy it. Sign-ups now on Indiegogo. But otherwise, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ad Hoc Art, where I make a bunch of videos each week. So go check that out. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Odin.
Yeah, I got a new book called How to Serve Man coming soon. Unconditional Shove Volume 1. If you missed out, we have reprints up on Fund My Comic. Unconditional Shove Volume 2 will be in sign up soon, but nothing yet. But I'm working on it. And then Kill Them Dead is in sign up on Kickstarter. Magnificent Bastards number 2 is in sign up, but soon to launch on Indiegogo, as well as The Splash from Skunk Artworks, which is a really kick-ass book. Everyone should sign up for that. It's a Splash on Indiegogo. And then outside of that, we got Cascadia coming up. We've got Paper Machete, Unconditional Shove Volume 2, Killing, all kinds of stuff. So anyway,
Awesome.
follow me, Odin Dasco, to stay abreast.
There you go.
Press.
Billy.
What's up? You can follow me on everything. Just either look for Billy Basco or Ghost Monster. Working on Goblin Girl with Dan Plagle. 2 other books that are coming out, or like one that's coming out. You can always Krishna Kid is still open. By Kami Mark, and Rock and Roll Ninja by your boy Zach is still available on any Splato Comics campaign. So yeah, thanks everybody.
It's all right.
Hello.
Nice.
Oh,
Is Rock and Roll Ninja available as a standalone yet? I never know.
I think that you can. I don't know. Like it's been a while. Like to like mess around with the add-ons.
Right.
I guess you might have to buy the main book and thingy, but like if you went to like, he's got one campaign that's still open right now, the Rambo book.
I think he's
If you
offering
went and
it
got,
on.
so if you went and got the Rambo book, you can get Rock and Roll
okay.
Ninja as an add-on.
Right.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I just wish they would have done a campaign for that, but
They did.
yeah.
I think they are doing another. It's just like, yeah, the current one for Rock and Roll Ninja, the campaign's closed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably do
But,
it.
but you can get it as an add-on on any.
It's an add-on.
Yeah, anything that Richard puts out, basically all his previous books are always available as an add-on as well.
Right. Yeah. Which is smart, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Berserker is available now, $15 plus $10 shipping. DM me on Twitter at MightyBot Studio. Only 100 copies of these are made. I'm in the 40s now, so make sure you get a copy before they're all gone. I probably will reprint this later, but it's not going to have this cover, so this is going to be an exclusive cover that I do for it. Yeah, and follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram at MightyBot Studio. And then, yeah, come tune in next Thursday for the art department where we start drawing, and we start around 10 p.m. Eastern time. And that's it. Thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks for everybody for hanging out, man.
Yeah,
Great.
of course.
Say hi to Fanta really quick. She just,
Hey, Fanta, did you get your book yet? I wonder if she got her book.
She might have.
Who knows?
I hope so. I did say she got a copy of Berserker.
It's one of life's mysteries.
Soon enough. By the way, J-Bot, that drawing's really, really kick-ass. Good job.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just
thanks.
you got the motion really good just with the his like loincloth and stuff like that. You got all the like the motion happening from the loincloth to his leggings thingy, like happening in a really nice direction.
Yeah. And all the fluff flying and
She did get it. Did you see the art that I sent with it, Fanta? This is on a delay. I just want to, because I did send a piece of art with it. And
don't throw away that extra stuff that's with the book. There's art there.
yeah, like, did you see it? She's like, well,
Odin.
Hey.
But yeah, it was I tried to draw it like with fat marker and like a big thing.
So you could see it.
Hopefully you could see it. Yeah. I mean, I grabbed one of these things and like drew his face on like a big old sheet of paper. Yeah, so make sure you check that out. But that's what was in.
Oh well, thanks. That to me sounds like she hasn't seen that yet.
Okay, yeah, that was in the big piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
Well, and when you get a lot of stuff, sometimes you don't open it right away.
Yeah, I wrote on the envelope that it's inside too, so you can't miss it. But I'm glad you got it. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I'll see y'all next week. Night, everybody.
See you later.
I guess I got to play an outro, I suppose.
Boom, doop, boom, boop, boom, boom,
You don't have
boom, boop, boop, boop.